What is happening, my people?
You are now watching Context Matters.
You motherfucking right you are. Context Matters episode 49. We are live in the flesh, live behind the bright lights. It is a little past 8:15 Central Time, 9:27 to be exact on the East Coast. 6:27 to be exact on the West Side. Shout out to everybody who is tapped in bright and early. All my people in here ready to watch us have a good stream. Shout out to y'all, man, all my early arrivers, early risers, 2026 grind time, blind to the BS. Who else am I? Lukewarm water. Anybody who's in the building, thank you for tuning in bright and early. As y'all know, let me do my sound check. I ain't been live in a week. All right, audio is good. Picture is good. All right, cool. NC, you in North Carolina, lukewarm, no Clippers. What's happening? What is going on, my good people? Let me cut the air on. I apologize for being a few minutes behind schedule, but we here nonetheless. And I appreciate y'all for showing up. And let's see if we can show out. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it's been hot as fuck outside, and my air conditioner feel like it's been struggling. But I have to call the people and see what's going on, why my air not cooling down. So I got to turn the air on up here. I ain't been upstairs pretty much all day. Nonetheless, how is everybody feeling tonight? It is Sunday, July 19th. I missed y'all last Sunday. Is my camera flickering on for y'all? Let me see. It's hot there too. LA is cooking. Oh, it is flickering on here. I think it's that's what I'm not about to be dealing with. Lil dog, L-Dog, what's happening? Oh, it is flickering on here. I don't like that. We're gonna have to try to fix that. We're gonna have to fix something real quick. Hold on, try it. So what I be doing is when I'm not streaming live, I take my PC downstairs and I game and shit, like, you know, play the game with my homies. And carrying the PC back and forth, I be plugging in my USB controller. My USB cameras into the USB slot on the back of the PC, and that shit flickering. So what I'm gonna have to do is, let me see. I don't think this one flickering. I think my main camera is the one flickering. That's what we not about to tolerate. It stopped on this screen. Let me see if it flicker on this screen. If it flicker on this one, this is the one we're gonna have to reset. We're gonna have to reset this. Yeah, it just flickered again. All right, so let's do a little troubleshooting live with the people. It's hot there too. Yeah, man, it's been cooking. AC's been running in overdrive. Trying to keep the house cool. Y'all know Texas, if you don't know, it's a different type of heat here than anywhere else. Especially humid. Being in Houston, it's humid. My girl won't quit complaining about it. Being humid, I'm like, it is what it is, baby. We got to deal with it. But we're going to stay on this camera for now. I think I'll have to fix the flickering on this one. I don't know which USB it is. I don't want it to fuck up my live. So we're going to have to just wait and potentially deal with the flicker. Wait, I might be able to do something here real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Full camera. Configure. Let's go. No, that ain't going to change it. All right. Fuck it. We gonna thug it out. I saw it flickering before I went live, but I thought it was just on my side. We'll figure it out later. What's happening, everybody? Context Matters, episode 49, the last laugh. We are live in effect, man. Again, I apologize for missing last Sunday. Y'all know I wouldn't say this is a normal thing for me. Unfortunately, there is times when there's shit going on, and since I'm running the show by myself, I can't always be present. But I'm trying my best. You know what I'm saying? And to that point, we are on episode 49. I know had I not taken any breaks doing this shit, we probably would have been close to 100 episodes by now. I understand that. I get it. Well, maybe not 100. We probably have been up near 70 something or so. Once a week, I probably missed about, when I took a 5-month break plus a little one-offs here and there, we probably missed about 25 episodes. So we will be close to about 75 right now, but it's okay because we're going to cherish the live episodes that we have had. This is episode 49. And the next episode is actually a milestone episode of episode 50. At least for me, I'm big on round numbers sake. I'm big on completing things and reaching certain goals. And 50 episodes to me is a big goal, man. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the 50th episode. I got some ideas of some guests to bring in, but we're going to celebrate the 50th episode next Sunday. We're going to do it right, which will be July 26th. Will be the 50th episode. And again, it's 50 episodes by myself. You know what I'm saying? This is 50 episodes by myself, running a platform. Obviously, I've been live over 50 times. This is just 50 episodes of Context Matters. We got about 18 of Third Law. Got some gaming streams. We got some art streams. So we've been live over 50 times. But for the sake of Context Matters hitting 50, we gonna celebrate it as best as we can. I'm trying to put some shit together, bring some guests, swap some guests out, maybe do a Discord with the people. Just something to kick it, celebrate 50 live streams, which will be next Sunday, man. So this is episode 49. And I'm enjoying the ride, man. Discord episode, okay, Seven, say less. We're gonna do the Discord. I got a couple people I'm inviting to pop in. Whether they stay on the whole time or however we do it, we gonna try to do it up. So yeah, man. You know, I'm enjoying the ride. It's been bumpy, but no ride to success is a straight shot. You know what I'm saying? There's peaks and valleys. There's lows and highs when it comes to success, man. In this streamer world, especially because streaming is at an all-time high, oversaturation. Everybody's doing it. Even me, I joined in late. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I'm like a pioneer or innovator of any sort, but head ass. You know, I'm not a pioneer or innovator of any sort to the streaming world, but there is a lot of people who are now jumping into this world, and it's watering it down. So we're going to enjoy the peaks and valleys of what we're doing, man. I don't really, you know, to be honest, I don't really have a goal in mind for what I want Context Matters to be. Maybe that's a problem of mine. I should probably figure that out. But I'm just having fun, man, kicking it with the people, kicking my shit, getting my narratives off, or not narratives, but getting my opinions off. Because y'all know I really don't do the narrative shit anymore, which is part of the reason why this episode is titled The Last Laugh. I got to get off that screen because that flickering going to piss me off. And we need to zoom this one in a little bit. But yeah, part of the reason why this is called The Last Laugh is just because I just feel like watching or consuming that other shit has gotten so played out and old, all I can do is sit back and laugh at it. So that's why this is called The Last Laugh, because I don't know what y'all watch anymore. I don't know what's going on in the old world. So if y'all are indulging in it, more powers to you. But for me, I can just sit back and laugh because when I see certain clips or I get tagged in certain things, because I don't follow no clip pages. I don't follow or subscribe to Reddit. None of that shit. So I don't have any idea what's going on. I don't know about narratives. And honestly, it's been super peaceful. It's been really relaxing. It's been good not having to prepare or think about responding to shit or keeping myself indulged into that world about what's going on. Like I said, if it's Apollo related, I tune into Apollo. If it's, you know, Keem Stream, MacWap, Tiny, I watch the homies. Anybody else, I don't have no idea what's going on. So for me, it's pretty cool to be out the loop. And then I know a lot of people will tune into me expecting me to respond to certain things, but I don't know what's going on. So, you know, very peaceful. Nah, content horrors for real. What's been being said, bro? Who's still bringing me up? If it's Apollo, it's cool. If it's Apollo, it's cool. If it's anybody else, I need to pack out. Y'all gotta let me know because I don't see the shit. Staying out the loop, I'm telling you, Staying out the loop. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Seven. You know what I mean? It's elevation, mental peace. Y'all know I'll take my breaks. I separate myself from the internet. I might go ghost for a couple of live streams. It's just me, man. I feel like I set myself up for failure starting Context Matters off the way I did, catering to an audience who is trash. And I kind of regret, I don't like to live with regret for real, but I kind of regret catering towards that audience because it kind of puts you in a bubble and it's hard to get out of that bubble when it comes to like gauging new audience. If I'd have came in this motherfucker with the momentum I had and not engaged in certain conversations, I feel like I'd have been a lot further on. But you know, you can't live in the past. But you know, you gotta acknowledge your faults and your shortcomings, and I feel like that kind of set me back a little bit, and it's one of my regrets by not taking a different route when I started. But nonetheless, here we are. Even Ill Dog just said I ain't missing shit. Well, who said what? China Mac passed away. I don't know who's China Mac. Rest in peace to him if he did pass away. Oh, that's who Seven is talking about. I don't know who China Mac is, so my apologies if I'm supposed to, but prayers up to him and his family. If it's somebody, is he a rapper? I'm not sure. But yeah, like Ill Dog just said, you ain't missing shit. And I honestly, when I do, like there will be times, I'm not gonna lie, I will try to go like see what's going on in the YouTube world. I will just try to see like what, you know, and I watch Apollo, so I do catch wind of some of the narratives and things that's going on. So I will catch things. I don't know what a lot of it means. A lot of it needs context to me to really understand. But I will, as I said, I watch Apollo, and I will happen to, you know, the other day, I posted a rug. My death row rug I posted, by the way. Shout out to everybody showing love to that. What's the clip page? Keyboard Clips. He commented on it or liked it or something like that. And I hadn't seen the Keyboard Clips page in a long time. I hadn't seen it or nothing. I don't know what's going on over there, but I happened to just see, I clicked the page and it's the same shit every single stream, every single conversation. It's race baiting, it's inner drama, it's bad narratives, bad jokes, and I'm glad that I'm able to not consume that, or it doesn't come across my feed no more. I don't even see that shit. You know what I mean? Thankfully. But yeah, man, we just on to bigger and better things, and whatever may come of it, may come of it. Again, I didn't get in this world to actually become the biggest podcaster or streamer. I did it because I wanted to have a voice when I was trying to be silenced. And it just turned into something that became enjoyable. I built a following. And yeah, here we are, man. I'm not going to bore y'all with that, but that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I'm glad I'm not consuming that content. And if y'all are consuming that content, more power to you, man. More power to you. Greasy Draws, what's happening? West Coast Living. He said he didn't die. Okay. Can't live in the past, but yes, sir, learn from own mistakes. Facts. That's kind of what I'm doing, bro. You know what I mean? I'm figuring it out by myself. I don't have a PR team. I don't have a manager. I don't have a producer. I don't have, you know, all the bells and whistles. So everything I do is just me and my girl, conversations, and then I try to bring shit to life. So it's going to take time, man, which will lead me into one of my conversations of the night, which is kind of like the streamer university topic. But before we get into that, shout out to the 77 people tapped in the chat. Welcome into Context Matters, episode 49. Master Lee, what's going down? My boy active in the chat. Let's go. What's my craziest YMCMB story? That's a good one. That's actually a good one. Let me think of that. Let me ponder on that for a second. I seen somebody say, I think they deleted it. But I read it and it said some people was in my city or in this city of Houston, and did I link up with them? That's very funny. But I did see that. because I still follow AD. So I did see AD was in Houston with the titanium arm. Let me quit. I did see AD was in Houston for trade day weekend, and I'm not too tapped in with everything going on in the Houston world, but if I seen that late, otherwise I probably would have went. It was a kickball game. And I did see that they was out here, which would have been funny. I told my girl I noticed it at 6 o'clock, and the kickball event was over at 7, and it's 25 minutes from me. So I'm like, damn, babe, should we like get dressed and go out there real quick or what? I'm like, it'd be funny just to, show my face and be out there and see, cross paths with people. But I didn't want to be messy, and at that time I wasn't finna rush to go make no scene or make no clips or nothing like that, so I didn't go. But I did notice that. Appreciate the high five. When the last time you smoked crack? Your name is crazy, bro. You gotta change that. You gotta change. Oh, wasn't trying to kill the vibe. All good, King Out West. It's all good, man. We just kick it with the people before we start our topics, shit like that. So whatever the narratives are, whatever the conversations is, I appreciate you saying you didn't want to kill the vibe by bringing up people like that. But it's not too messy, so I ain't tripping too much. TF flew out here too. Damn, I didn't even know that. Or biggest memory. I wouldn't say it's the biggest memory, but there's actually two, and they don't really got much to do with music, but more so just a time. No, not really two. One of my big memories, or they're combined memories from that time, is actually like playing sports with Wayne. Like played tennis with Wayne before. We went bowling with Wayne before. Shot pool with Wayne before. So just being around one of the greatest rappers of all time, and I never was like buddy with him. I was always with Twist or with the homie. So, he knows me as Twist homie and whatnot. So the times when I was able to interact with Wayne, it's countless times, but the ones that stand out are the ones when it just felt like he was kicking it with the homies, which was, playing sports, playing tennis, bowling, shooting pool, going strike for strike with Toon was crazy. Serving, playing tennis with Toon was crazy. That's a crazy memory. Another one was back before, Drake still don't let people see him smoke for real, but back before people even knew Drake smoked, early Drake days, we went to a club in Dallas, and it was after a tour concert, I think, in Dallas, or a club walkthrough or something in Dallas. We went to another after hour spot, and we sitting in the back of the section, and it's like Wayne, Marley Marl, T.at, Twist, me, Drake, Chubbs, Tez. So we all like lined up on the back of the section, and we smoking, of course. I'm in my young 20s at this time. We smoking, and I got the blunt, and Drake tapped me and asked to hit the blunt. So I passed him the blunt, but I'm already knowing he don't want to be seen with all the cameras. All the cameras is flashing and all the shit going on in front of us. He don't want to be seen smoking. So like his bodyguard standing in front of him, I stand up on the section to the left of him, and like, I kind of just stand and block the direction, and that nigga's behind me smoking the blunt where nobody can see him. And it's just a memory of mine, because even in some of his bars, he'd be like, I had to duck behind Chubbs to hit the push-ups. And I'm like, oh shit, this nigga did the same thing with me. So just random. It's really like cheesy shit, to be honest, but that's the shit that made everything feel so like family and like just close knit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of stories, but it's just certain ones that stand out to me because they was early on in my career of like moving through the industry. So, and these are like the legends that you look up to. So to be able to have certain experiences that a lot of people won't, like I can say going to the club with these niggas or being in the studio, those are all good memories, but it's the ones that's like more personable to me that make these people feel more human, you know what I mean? And just certain memories that will stick with me forever. Shit's super tight. You know what I mean? Just little ones like that. I got a ton of them, but that's funny. I'm not even gonna read that out. I'm not even gonna read that out loud when the last time. You wild. Y'all crazy. That's funny. But yeah, man, just little memories and shit. Nikki. Nikki memory was crazy. The first time I was nervous as hell to meet Nikki. This is early YMCMB days. We was at Hot Beats in Atlanta. And I don't even remember what songs was out at this time, but it's early YMCMB days. Bro, we walked in the studio and Nikki walked in. Nigga, I was shy and nervous than a bitch, but you know how you want to give a girl a hug and you want to kind of like put your hand as low as you can to the ass. I for sure did it. You know what I mean? You got to be respectable, but I got introduced, you know what I mean? Gave her the little hug, put the hand a little low on the little back dip. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. But yeah, a little studio, been in a studio with a lot of people, but that was definitely one of them too. For sure. He walked past me at Bumbershoot in Seattle, and his handlers were holding a blunt for him while Mary J. Blige was on stage. Were you talking about Drake? You got to be talking about Drake if that's the case. King Out West. I'm 100% the reason, and that 100% happened. If we keeping it a bean, I don't know what narrative was spewed before, but it happened. And it definitely was courtesy of me. And it definitely happened. 120%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No made up stories. No, I chose this over that and I didn't do this to do that. Negative. It 100% happened, nigga. 100%, 130%. And then they carried on to the next after that. You feel me? But nonetheless, that ain't none of my business, man. You know, we gonna stay on topic and get away from those individuals. God bless them. The fall off should be studied, but God bless them. You know what I mean? Karma comes around quick, but God bless them. But to that point is, you know, that's why part of the reason why the stream is called The Last Laugh is because, again, I wasn't on this high peak, right? I wasn't at this high level of success in this streaming space. I never thought I was gonna surpass nobody. I never was already up here popping shit as if I was like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So it's not a comparison to me as far as the statement that I'm making right now. It's not a comparison to me, but it's just having the last laugh, seeing karma come around and seeing numbers tank and seeing viewership change up and watching No Jumper rise back to the top after having a little lull and just seeing the trajectory, how everything is going, even seeing the people who are streaming, breakaway streamers, seeing the downfall of certain streamers, seeing shows get canceled, all that type of stuff is just giving me the last laugh, bro. You know, it doesn't engulf my life. It isn't something that I like think about or pay attention to, but when I see it, I just sit back and I just shake my head like, bro, this is laughable. You know what I'm saying? This is laughable. And but yeah, to each his own, man. God bless everybody. Keep doing what you do, man. I wish you the best. Nonetheless, 90 people in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all get this video a big thumbs up. We about to get the show on the road. Context matters.
Context
Episode
matters.
49 is live in effect. Make sure y'all get a video a thumbs up. Make sure y'all engage in the chat. It would be greatly appreciated, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about things and about topics as we discuss them. Let me try something before we get into those. But yeah, but other than that, how are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling, chat? How are y'all feeling? I hope y'all doing good out there. I hope y'all been living life, enjoying life, having fun, being happy, not letting this world get to you. This world is crazy. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. The world is tough. Everybody battling something. I hope everybody out there is doing well. And let me see. Streamer, you got content out the wazoo. I know, Master Lee, that's what exactly the topic I'm about to get into right now, bro. Yeah, Thought God, they tripping. Let's hit that like button, please. It's free. That was loud as hell. I didn't mean to do that, my bad. What I was about to pull up was exactly what my boy was just talking about. Streamer University. So, as everybody knows right now, first topic of the night is Streamer University. And I wanted to discuss this. I was going to bring it up last Sunday because it had a lot of, they had picked the people that was going, and I wanted to discuss it on Context Matters last Sunday for real and just see what y'all opinion on is. Are y'all watching this Streamer University content? Is this something that is worth indulging in? And I honestly, I've been clicking a few channels of people that have been partaking in the Streamer University. You know what's even funny? I had somebody DM me and ask me, did I apply to Streamer University? And I most definitely didn't. Rock, what's going down, my boy? I most definitely did not. I did not apply to Streamer University. I just feel like, again, I'm not a streamer. I'm not somebody who does the IRL, who does the crazy clippable takes, the off the wall content. I'm not jumping around destroying shit and, you know, inviting a million people to my house. I'm not, you know, indulging in drama and back and forths. I don't watch enough content. So for me, it really wasn't my alley or my avenue. But did I think about it? I did think about it. Because it's like, I know that Streamer University invited people who are like, who get X amount of views or, you know, just stream often, but they don't have a lot of viewership, but they're consistent, or they have a platform that they're building, or their presentation is dope, or they're talented. So I'm like, you know what? If I applied and I had somebody really look at me, I might have had a chance to make something like that. But honestly, I might have shot myself in the foot. It could have been a good look, but I looked at it as if like, man, that's a whole different generation of people, a whole different line of content to me that was like, it didn't align with me. And then I started watching some of the clips and I seen how people was acting. I'm like, my damn near 40-year-old ass, granted, I don't look that and I could have fit in, but I wasn't finna be around a bunch of teenagers and young 20s, you know, doing all the crazy shit. I probably could have, but some told me just don't apply. And I don't know, maybe I should have just to get turned down or accepted. But then I started thinking about a lot of shit like, damn, I'd have to leave my family for 5 days and whatever the case may be. But no, I did not apply. I didn't feel like my content aligned with the type of content that these other people were doing, more so than anything. But again, I seen somebody even say, I seen that there's some girl who do puzzles or something like that. I seen that. It's like an old black lady who do puzzles. She got invited. And I'm like, okay, you know, there is older people.
Was an idea?
There is older people that get invited to this shit.
And now it's an actual thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's an actual franchise now, bro. And it's amazing, bro.
But I do salute it.
And,
I do salute it. This
lie.
is major
I'm
for
ready
the
to get into
streaming
this ceremony.
community.
You
I
got
just
the
hope it
figure
doesn't
eight
end up getting
ceremony.
watered down.
Here we go. Listen.
I hope it's something that stays pure and people are not doing it to get, you know, to I wouldn't say to get famous, because obviously that's what they're doing it for, but I just feel like it's kind of pure right now, and I hope it stays the same. I salute Kai for what he's doing, for trying to use his platform to give light to all these other people and help people grow their platforms. It's really genius what he's doing. Renting out a campus and letting people have college style activities. You got classes, you got campus police, you got talent shows and basketball games. And so like what he's doing, him and his team is really magical, bro. It's really something special. You know what I mean? And again, as I'm talking about it now, not saying I would have got accepted, but I feel like I could have. Out of the 120 people that got accepted, I feel like I could have. But there was millions of applications, and then I seen how crazy the lines were. And I'm like, bro, maybe I talked myself out of it, but it's like, nah, it's too many people applying, you ain't gonna make it. It's like they said, like the likelihood of making Streamer University, you got a better chance of like making Harvard or like making the NBA. Like the percentages was crazy based off the amount of applicants that they actually were able to see. And almost to the point of like, there's no way they looked through, there's no way there was a team of people who actually looked through millions of applications. There's no way there was enough people to look through that many applications. So I feel like it was like people who already were making noise or whatever, I don't know. But it's at the same time, it's like, I felt like I garnished enough viewership when I go live, 60 to 100 people, 60 to 150, depending on the night. And I'm like, that's a big number because you look at some of these streamers on Streamer University, they weren't pulling in crazy numbers. They wasn't pulling in crazy numbers like that. So like, there's a lot of streamers that maybe only getting 10, 20 people watching them live on Twitch. And I'm like, shit, I'm on YouTube. I got 1 million views total on YouTube. I got eyes on me. Maybe it could have. But again, I didn't apply. I just felt like it was a little out of my league, out of my caliber. I feel like Context Matters is more of a podcast, but I guess it's the same thing. Maybe I shot myself in the foot. Did any of y'all apply? Anybody in the chat, did y'all apply to Streamer University? And if so, was it to, to start your streaming career, because I honestly feel like unless you was actually doing it on a daily basis, your chances of making it was slim to none. I'm definitely an overthinker, Cali boy, 100%. The campus police is funny, but yeah, I've been watching a couple people. Like I watched Kai, I watched DDG. I think he's one of the alumni or something, so he got there late. I was seeing DDG clips. I watched Rakai when he got there. I seen Dub, which is DDG's brother. So I'm trying to stay in the loop. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, man. It's hard for an old nigga. Try next time. Try. You show right blind to the BS. I probably, like I said, I might have shot myself in the foot. I feel like I could have made that shit low key.
Runic. Shout out to all the alumni who came by.
Look, niggas done lost their voice. I seen so many people that lost their voice.
Let's get into this shit. Let me know when I'm on IRL chat, man. Let's get into this shit. Let me know when I'm on IRL chat. Let me know when I'm switched.
It's crazy too because Kai is like carrying himself like, obviously he's a boss, right? But he carrying himself like this nigga is running around this bitch like fucking mafia. Like the way he moving through this bitch and the respect he has from all these other streamers is fire. It's fire, bro. And I fuck with it. This is live right now, actually, y'all. This is live. He about to do an award ceremony, I guess. He definitely him. Master Lee, you be streaming?
Can we get the chat overlay? Can we get the YouTube and Twitch view count overlay? And can we get...
With all due respect to my lady, I'm Eskimo brothers with a lot of celebrities, unfortunately. That's just the way the game was back then. But yeah, he live right now, so I'm not going to sit here and watch it. But yeah, I just want to bring up the Streamer U conversation. I want to bring up the Streamer U conversation and just let the people know I didn't apply. You know what I'm saying? I didn't apply. I should have applied. I get it. And I don't know. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. And it's almost like fuck what people think, right? Because it's like one of them things where you like, man, what would X, Y, and Z think? Or you too old, what would people like? What do you... But then it's like, nah, low key, this shit really could have potentially catapulted people. Like, I seen, it's some young nigga on here, he's like 12 years old or something at Stream University. This nigga then shot up to 150,000 followers, got hella subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, what it could do, it definitely is groundbreaking and career breaking. But then again, it's also like something you have to upkeep. You know what I mean? It's something you have to like, it's like something you got to stick with. And I haven't even tried the IRL shit yet. It's definitely in the cards, but I ain't even tried it yet. But yeah, man, I'm in my own head. I'm gonna get out my own head. There's more older people than younger. You think so? I don't know. I don't know all the people that's on there that's for real, like, notable. You know what I mean? I only know, like, you know, if I see a headline of somebody, I might click in, like, Funny Mike. You know, I knew who he was before the shit. You know, DDG. You know, all the big names, Ray and Rakai. You know, all the big names. But all the small names I wasn't hip to. You know what I'm saying? So there's more people around my age. That's crazy. Yeah, when the last time you smoked crack, tell them. Let them know, my boy. But I'm over that shit, though. We over that.
Dale, do you need the link from my PC?
I even asked my girl, too. I asked her, should I apply? Would she be cool with me going? She's like, as long as you behave yourself. As long as you behave yourself. I'm like, man, I ain't never go to college, so I'd have fucked around and went to Streamer University and been wilding out. I'd have came back, the house would have been empty, my dogs would have been somewhere with her. She would have been like, get it back in blood, and I would have had to kill her to get my kids back. I don't know, man. I might have went to Streamer University and been wilding out. But I can't, though. Them girls way too young. I wouldn't have did it anyway. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, college experience. I never experienced college. I've never experienced the college life. And when I watch it, I low-key be getting jealous. Like, damn, they out there living, having water balloon fights and food fights and dorm parties and all that. Like, come on, man. But I think she would have let me go. I just think the hardest part would have been leaving the fam. That'd have been the hardest part. Leaving my dogs and leaving her, that shit would have been low-key weak. But yeah, I'm low-key jealous. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to all the people at Streamer University. Shout out to the people who are streamers. And again, I be in my own head. I don't look at this like streaming. Even though I'm streaming, I don't look at it like streaming. Because I don't do what streamers do. This to me is more of like podcast, or you know what I mean? And I don't know if anybody on there conducts themselves the same. Everybody wants to be crazy and different and weird and loud and jumping around and doing all that shit. I just didn't feel like I aligned with it. So shot myself in the foot? Maybe. But to each his own, man. Shout out to everybody who did try to apply to Streamer University. Some of those girls touching 30, you'll be surprised. Grind time, you crazy, bro. Your girl bugging, that's networking, not cheating. You feel me? Yeah, stay your ass at home then. 7, you should apply to Streamer University, man. You should have went ahead and applied. I'm good with temptation. I'm old now, y'all. I don't get tempted. Women don't tempt me no more. I have my fun. I have my share of cake. No pun intended. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm full. I'm straight. I mean, yeah, I can acknowledge when a woman is pretty or a woman has a nice body. That's okay. Like, my girl don't even really trip about that shit like that, because she know I'm still a man at the end of the day. You gonna look and appreciate something. And again, I was talking to my homie about this the other night. If you're in a relationship, you would be super naive to think you or your significant other not only have eyes, because they should only have eyes for you, but they don't have eyes. You know what I'm saying? The natural instinct is to appreciate or acknowledge or see something that is attractive or something that looks good. So if you don't think your girl looks at another guy and says, "Oh, he's handsome," in her head, you a fool. You gotta just know that that's what transpires. And I think a lot of people have this like interpretation that once you're in a relationship that you're not supposed to be able to notice if somebody else looks good. And I feel like that is very naive of you to do so. And that can also cause problems, because then it's like, oh, you looking at like you think this person looks a certain way, which is gonna make you feel some type of way because you think that they looking at them a certain way. It's like, bro, just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Just forget about it. So I don't have no issues with that type of shit in my relationship. I don't have those type of insecurities. Now, her on the other hand, she might have them little insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's understandable for women. It's not a bad thing, but it's like, oh, you think she looks good. Well, I don't look like her, so I'm ugly. Or you think she's got a nice body, but my body don't look like that, so my body whack. Or you think you know what I'm saying? Like, women will have these a little bit more insecurities than men, or at least more insecurities about the physical attraction thing. And I don't think men, if you love your woman, you don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that. Like, I can see a woman and understand she has a nice figure, or she has a pretty face, or I like her hair, and it doesn't make me look at my girl like I don't have that. Because my girl can kill these girls off in all these categories anytime, any place. So it's not like if I was walking around with a booger wolf, then maybe she might be able to be like, oh, damn, you think she cute and I look like a foot. Well, then that's different. Look, Blind to the BS even said it. It's called look but don't touch. That's exactly what it is, bro. We just window shopping. You know what I'm saying? We just not even window shopping. We just stroll in the streets looking at the product. We ain't even wishing we could have it. We just looking, oh, you know what? That's a nice dress. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a nice so-and-so. It is what it is, man. Like I said, you'd be very insecure to think that there's a problem with your significant other appreciating the looks of someone of the opposite sex. It's got to be normal. Like, I wouldn't be mad if we watching a movie and a nigga take his shirt off and he swole the motherfucker abs of steel and shit. Just cause I don't look like that, I would be a fool to think that my girl don't love me or don't want to be with me because I don't look like that. Would she maybe want me to look like that? That's possible. But it doesn't make me look any other type of way at my relationship just because I notice somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Gap Tooth, what's happening, bro? Hope all is well, fam. I hope you've been all right. Women are tigers, very territorial. They are very territorial, and very protective of what's theirs, and very insecure. Women are very insecure, bro. Facts, just because I appreciate Vincent Van Gogh painting doesn't mean I don't appreciate the Picasso I have at home. There you go, my nigga. Great analogy. Great analogy, bruh. That's exactly how it is. Just because you make it seem like I can't appreciate other art pieces. I know I got a golden trophy at the crib, but I can appreciate there ain't just one golden trophy in the world, Craig. It comes with the territory, man. So I'm saying all that to say, she could have trusted me to go to Streamer University if that was the case. Dishonors World, what's going on? Gap Tooth, all is well, bro. I appreciate the well wishes, man. You know, just thugging through these YouTube streets. How them YouTube streets treating you, bro? Anybody else in the chat fuck with YouTube, on YouTube? How is that shit treating you? Let me know. But look, let me see what Kai talking about real quick before we get out of this Streamer University topic. Because there's something leading up to that I want to talk about too.
Brand deal from Milk, okay? They're dropping a YouTube series this fall where creators and real teachers team up to turn classroom lessons into entertaining hands-on challenges, all right? One Streamer U student or staff member will get the chance to win a $50,000 brand deal. So make sure you guys are on it. Post an audition video on TikTok or YouTube.
Damn, then I seen Mr. Beast was giving away $10,000 suitcases and shit on the Streamer University. I'm like, damn, nigga, I missed out. I should have applied. Some bullshit.
Relevant with milk fueling the lesson. Let's keep going. Okay. The Milk Award goes to Fine Jeremiah.
And this nigga was on Love Island. So he already got some type of fame and clout and attention.
Congratulations to Jeremiah.
And this nigga at Streamer University.
Let's go to the next one.
And got a goddamn
Fortnite. Okay.
brand deal
For Fortnite.
that he could have got on his
In honor
own.
of everybody's new best mates, Fortnite sprites, we've hidden 31 sprite figures across campus. And it was your mission to find them, trade them, steal them, or hold on to them. Just like
All right, so we ain't gonna sit
in-game.
and watch this.
Okay.
We ain't gonna sit and watch this.
Let's go to the next
But
slide.
yeah, man, that's what it's about. I guess getting your name out there by any means necessary. And again, I had never really officially like established myself as a streamer. So again, that's part of the reason why I just did decide to apply. But shout out to everybody who did. Shout out to everybody who's watching the Streamer University people. If you tapped I hope you're enjoying yourself watching that type of content. I watch certain people, but not everybody. But speaking of Streamer University, I do have a topic that I wanted to bring up that I did see that's been going viral just because I catch my clips of certain people and certain things. And I really wanted my chat's feedback on this because this is a topic in black culture that is overran, overdone. It's annoying at this point. It's problematic. And I really want to see what my chat thinks about this. So Black Boy Max, he's a streamer. If y'all not hip, I'm not really hip to what he does per se. I think he raps and he streams from what I know. And I've been seeing a lot of clips circulating around him about him being gay or not liking girls or whatever label you want to put on this guy and his behavior. But a lot of the narrative is pretty much stating that he's gay. So I did see he tattooed Diva on his ribs. He's wearing wigs. He's dancing sassy. The nigga talking about he wanted to get ass shots or something. I don't know. I just seen a lot of narrative behind him that people are talking about him as being gay. And I feel like I don't really understand. I guess when I was younger, right? When we're all younger, we're a lot more ignorant. When you get of age and get older and you start to like, you know, think things through or think differently, your mindsets change. But when we're young, like calling somebody gay or like somebody being gay that you know was always like a problem or like a laughable topic or like something that's like so taboo. But with it being so normal now, I don't really see it as something that people should use to criticize somebody. Now, if you're in a debate or you're going back and forth and you arguing with somebody and you end up calling them gay or something in your argument, that's one thing. But to just judge a community as a whole for the person that they love or they're sexually attracted to, that to me is like what you do when you're young. Once you become of age, it just becomes a little bit watered down. And to me, it's not worth it. And I don't understand the big issue with this right here. So I guess he made a quote that says, "What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit." And I don't know if that makes people think that he is gay because he said, "What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that." I don't know. But some of the behaviors he's exhibited could lead people to think that way, rightfully so. But I don't know why people are using it against him to the point where the dude was about to cry, responding to the chat for trolling him for quote unquote being gay. So let me watch this clip with y'all. I didn't watch it all the way through, but I just heard the narrative that he was emotional about the topic and everybody's been on this man about it. So let's see what happened.
You're a diva. Why you want to be a diva?
On some fly shit.
When you want to be a diva?
Some fly shit.
You're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that. I think you're clip farming and you're getting your clips. You pushing the persona. You smart. You loyal. I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been at this. But you are not a diva. Diva's been over. I don't think you've been over. You're not the little boys in Clover. You're not Tota. You're not a diva. You are a grown man. Black boy Max. Not black boy Batty. Not black boy Ass. You're a diva. That is an abomination, Max. I am not proud of you. I am proud of everything else you did. Nominations. Changing the game. Changing your skin to Batty Diva?
Batty Diva?
Diva start with D. Diddy. What else? You know, it's like this, Max. And you know, I could speak like this because after the clips go up and they don't like me, I don't use social media no more, so I can be a crackhead for life. When you keep pushing that barrier, Max, when you keep pushing that barrier and time passes, what happens? What next? What's the next engagement? What's the next clip? Don't lose yourself, don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul because you changed the game. Don't sell your soul.
Bitch, this is me, nigga. I'm pretty. This is me, nigga.
Did this nigga say he started off with, bitch, this is me, I'm pretty?
That is an abomination, Max.
Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might test some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're corny. And you just think how the next nigga think. You don't
Wait, so is he admitting he's gay right here?
have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'm gonna be myself, regardless. None of y'all niggas fucking with me. I don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded, but it's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Niggas gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro? So, I don't care, bro. Fuck OJ. If you fuck with me, nigga, you said that shit off camera. You could have pulled me aside. I'd love to talk to you off camera. Why you saying that shit on camera? Bitch, this is me, nigga. I'm pretty. This is me, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might test some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. But it's cool. I love y'all, bro. I'm good off this shit, to be honest. I'm gonna just go chill, alright? I love y'all. But remember this always. Always be yourself. Fuck what they say. I don't care, nigga. I'm gonna wear my wigs. I don't give a fuck. I got diva tag. I'm gonna keep it forever. This is who I am, nigga. Diva, I'm fly. I'm on my own shit. That's me. So always be yourself. Embrace what make you different. Because that's what's
It don't matter if niggas gay. It don't matter if they straight. Why don't we just love each other? So look, I wanted to bring this conversation up because I feel like this is really like a topic in black culture more than anywhere. That being gay makes you less than or makes you not worthy of certain things or makes you ostracized from hip hop culture because you are gay. Where, again, it's not the same thing, but we champion lesbians. We champion bisexual women. So it is a little unfair that everything is laughable or a joke or judged or treated a certain way if this man likes men. Like, I don't, it's only because he's in the spotlight. Because if he was not in the spotlight, this wouldn't be a type of such a impactful conversation. Now, I don't know what gay men deal with in real life, if it's anything like what he's dealing with. But I don't know if him necessarily having feminine actions or behaviors make him gay. But even if that was the case, bro, I mean, I know he's wearing wigs. I don't know if he does it on a regular basis, but I did see him wearing a blonde wig during the World Cup. He tattooed Diva on his ribs. I don't know if he's done anything else that's made him quote unquote gay. But I to me, it sounds like he just wants everybody to be treated equal. And I don't know if he's doing that because he's trying to make people accept gayness or bisexualness so that he's accepted. But if you really feel this way and he feels this strongly about one love and pushing the unity and not being judged for being gay, then he shouldn't let it make him react like this. He should just either ignore it or embrace it. It comes down to one or two things. You can't sit here and be mad that people are calling you gay when you're exhibiting behaviors that most straight men don't do. Now, is it okay for everybody to do it? But that's the world, bro. That's the internet. And a lot of these people who follow these streamers are young-minded, immature, unsocially unaware, judgmental. So it's like that's the audience that you cater to, but you're defending it as if you are gay and you're acting like you are gay. So why is it affecting you so much? I feel like just based off of everything he's doing and the way he's talking, he's dealing with a personal battle internally. When the last time said he seems like a victim. Sua says perhaps he's bisexual. Who cares? Which I can agree. Like, who cares? Why? I don't understand why people's sexuality affect the consumer of that person so much. Now, if you're hyper religious, or if you're like, over the top in the Bible, and you believe that in Christianity or whatever religion you believe in, if you're Muslim, whatever you are, and you believe that relations of the same sex is an abomination, then that's one thing. You can have your biblical beliefs or your religious beliefs behind something. But also, that's contradictory for you to treat somebody, gay or straight or whatever their sexual preference is, a certain way if you're a biblical person. If you are of the Bible and everybody should be loved, I don't read the Bible, but I'm assuming under the impression that it's everybody should be loved and treated fairly and we shouldn't judge. Only God can judge and X, Y, and Z. Why do we have so many people that are Christians or in the Bible? Why are they the first ones to judge somebody for their sexual wants or needs or love when you're not supposed to? You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost a contradiction. So how are you the one that's treating and acting to somebody? So I'm saying that to say, like, I could understand why people who are overtly religious might feel some type of way about love of the same sex. Right? But then also on the contrary, should you be able to feel that type of way and judge and be this outspoken about people who are like Black Boy Max or other people who are gay and treat them and ostracize them and make them feel less than for liking somebody of the same sex? Honestly, bro, when I was younger, I was using the F word. You know what I'm saying? I still use the F word, but not on camera. And I don't really use it in a derogatory way. I can be trolling with my homies and call them the F word. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever, when I'm out and about, I don't really look at gay people as a problem. Like, I've had gay associates and friends and coworkers and people who have explained to me the feeling of loving someone of the same sex. To each its own. But the problem that I have with it is, in our culture, in our community, why is it that it's such a big deal in the Black community if a man decides he wants to be gay and be in the spotlight? Y'all see what happened to Lil Nas X? He came out, he said he was straight, he was doing what he was doing, he was hiding his sexuality. Then he decided to come out the closet and say he was gay. He gained a lot of gay support and gay fans and female fans, but he lost the support of urban community, urban culture. To me, being gay is more accepted in white culture than it is in Black culture. Which I don't really understand why that is. Can somebody in the chat tell me why that is? Why is it that, and 88 King gonna grill me for this because he said, there you go, talking about it being a Black thing. I'm not saying it's a Black thing, but Black people judge people sexuality more than any other race, I feel like. Now there might be other communities like Jewish or Muslim or whatever that actually judge someone's sexuality as well, but I think they use more of a religious approach. I feel like in the black community, in the urban community, exhibiting signs of being gay makes you weaker or less than, or for whatever the reason may be. I don't understand why it makes people think that way, but it does. It's to me, again, it's all immaturity. But it just really makes me wonder why in our community, in our culture, is it such a spoken on or a unwritten rule of you do this, you're ostracized. Like granted, the man that was in the NFL and the NBA, Jason Collins, and I forgot who the linebacker was in the NFL who came out as being openly gay in a male-dominated league or sport, they pretty much faded away. They was judged, they was criticized, they were hated on, talked down upon, and most of the people who do it is from our community, and they don't do it from a space of religious belief. They do it from a public follower mentality. And I used to be the same way. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I'm holier than thou. I used to be the same way, tribe. I used to judge males for loving a man of the opposite sex or having sexual intercourse. I don't know why I keep yawning, my bad. Having sexual intercourse with another man. I used to judge them people. I used to hate them, hate speech, you know what I mean? But as I got older, I realized, bro, for one, it don't matter to me. What you eat don't make me shit. So it's like your choices to love someone of the same sex don't bother me none. I don't have no ill will against you. I don't have no judgmental about gay people. Now, where I do have a problem is with people that are wanting to change their gender. I do have an issue with the T and the Q of the alphabet gang. If you want to be a lesbian, that's fine. You want to be gay, that's fine. You want to be bisexual, that's fine. You can choose to love who you want to love. My issue that I have, if any issue, is kids specifically and people who want to change their sex or be of the opposite sex. Not just exhibit the mannerisms, not just change your voice, but you're changing your clothes, you want to change your gender, you want to be referred to as a different pronoun. That to me is a mental. That to me is a mental issue. But that's not neither here nor there. I don't hate you. I don't hate people who think like that, but I do judge them in a certain type of way. And I'm being honest. It's just who I am. I'm just being honest. Again, it doesn't make me treat you any differently. I'm not going to call you. If you're a man dressing up as a woman and you want to choose to be a pronoun of they, them, she, he, her, whatever it is, I'm not going to call you that. If you're a man dressing as a woman, you're still a man. If you are walking around, you were born with the Y chromosome or whatever, the X and Y chromosome, whatever the scientific term is, then that's what you are. But I'm not walking around judging just the same way. And it's like, it's almost unfair. And I'm not here to defend gay guys. This is just me spewing off the top of my head. But it's like, we judge gay black men in our culture so harshly, but we champion gay black women. Or bisexual black women. But a bisexual black man gets the shit end of the stick, gets hated, gets talked about, gets ostracized. But the woman is appreciated, championed, loved, laughed about, accepted. Like, it's a completely different thing. And again, it's mainly our community. I don't see this really happening in the white community, people being this hard on someone like Black Boy Max for exhibiting characteristics that to him are who he is. There are some men that exhibit more feminine traits than others. That doesn't necessarily make them gay, But even if it did, why is it? Because I feel like this is going to end up being, like, the way he's taking it in these videos.
It's cool. Love y'all, bro. I'm good off this shit, to be honest. I'm going to just go chill, all right? I love y'all. But remember this always be yourself. Fuck what they say. I don't care, nigga. I'm going to wear my wigs. I don't give a fuck. I had diva tag. I'm going to keep it forever. This is who I am, nigga. Diva, fly. I'm on my...
The way he's acting about this is to me is leading him down a dark path. And so many kids and so many people end up taking their own lives because they can't deal with the backlash of being who they want to be in society. Like, you got to think about it. Like, logically think about this shit. There's two sexes on the earth, male and female. We have been taught everything that we know. We've even been taught that males are supposed to be with females, obviously, because that's how you procreate and you have children, which is the whole purpose of sexual intercourse, is supposed to be for procreation, right? It's not necessarily supposed to be for pleasure. The whole purpose of the male organ and the female organ is to be able to reproduce and repopulate the earth and the world. That's the whole purpose of it. So yes, we've been taught everything. We've been taught that males are supposed to be with females. But think about it. If you've been taught your whole life that there's only two species and sexes on this earth, you mean to tell me it's not gonna be a thing where somebody decides they want to be with the same sex? Like, it's not so mentally far-fetched that this is a real thing, that there's 8.5 billion people in the world and somebody of one sex is not supposed to like somebody of the same sex. Like, we gotta be realistic and not be as judgmental. Shout out to Square Biz.
Context matters.
Always coming through with the donations and the super chats. First one of the night. He always hold me down. Shout out to you, my boy, with the $4.99. He said it's all content, viral moment that he will benefit monetarily from. But also too, Square Biz, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. The path that he's going down and the way he's responding to this, he's cried multiple times on stream about this. You can tell it's affecting him. You don't want this to be something where the man ends up popping pills and gets a laced pill and overdoses accidentally, or just starts drinking heavy, or starts popping pills and doing drugs and or he takes his own life intentionally because he's a public figure in a space that does not accept gay men. The streaming space, the fan base that he has, that he's garnished from his FaZe clan and his Clover people and all the people he associates with, do not accept gay black men. So you don't want this man to go down the path of demise. So you're saying it's a viral moment? Yeah, it's a viral moment, but this type of viral moment affects you negatively. These type of viral moments don't benefit Plaque Boy. This is not going to make Plaque Boy's stock go up, bro. It's not going to make his stock go up to where people are like, oh, like, not a lot of people are going to think like me. This is not going to make me go support him more because the age I am, the time that I have, I don't really consume streamers on that level to where I'm like, oh, just because he's being himself unapologetically, I'm going to go watch him more. I don't think this is going to make his stock go up more because he's in a space where what he's talking about is looked down upon. I think he's doing it the right way by saying one love, everybody should love each other, and we shouldn't judge people for if you want to be gay, if you want to be straight, whatever. I agree with his message, but I don't think, bro, that this is going to make people consume Plaque Boy Max at a higher level than what he's already being consumed at. Like, let me go check right now. I bet he's probably not even streaming, or he's at the live, the Kai shit, the live award ceremony. But I don't think this is going to make his stock go up none. So we can say it's a viral moment or has virality in it, possibly. It's got more people talking about it like me and stuff like that. But I don't think he's tattooing diva on his ribs to garnish more engagement or more subscribers. I don't think he's wearing wigs and doing gay dances. And I know I did hear him say, why can't men twerk? Or something like that. Let me see if I can find. Because he's had some. Let me see. It's got to be something on here. Somebody made a whole compilation of this shit. Let me see. Since we in the conversation, and this is no shade to Black Boy Max. This is just, I knew something was gonna come up. Black Boy Max, most sus moments. FaZe Clan edition.
See that? Because if you want a burger, eat a burger. If you want a french fry, eat a french fry. The fuck?
That was not divine.
That was not divine.
Never seen you cheap a blunt like that. No
Oh,
bullshit.
word? I watched a bitch suck Alan's dick, and then Alan passed her a blunt, and you smoked it right after her, nigga, on stream, nigga, what? And then you tried to take it downstairs and fuck it, she told you no, nigga. She told you this pussy not for you, nigga.
That never
She said
happened.
this pussy not for you, nigga.
Did that ever happen, Alan? Did that ever happen? That's not what happened. She sucked his dick and then I kissed her, nigga.
Why are you arching your shit on my bed? Hey, yo.
Wait, what did he just do?
Hey, yo.
I done really saw these niggas,
Boom! Bullet, 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 bullet.
Oh, ew, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Did he just say ill? You're homophobic.
Oh, I'm homophobic, but you dick my ass every night, right? What the fuck?
Why I look so big on you?
Damn, you looking kind of...
I kind of fuck with that. I like that.
Why he kind of...
To me, a lot of the shit that I'm seeing right here is, you know how white boys play? White boys always play with this. White boys always play this type of gay behaviors, and it looked like he was around a lot of white people at this time.
Why are you humping?
Great job. Just like
Pause to the person who made all these clips.
It's just like a habit. Is that shit gay? He still get more bitches than you, though? I will twerk in your face, bro. You made Ray's gay? I'm drinking. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Hey, that was Jason.
Bro,
Where is it? Give me it, give me
your meat on my head.
stop.
Right here, right here. Chills. Y'all niggas is weird. Get done like this. I ain't never had no grown-ass, big-ass white nigga, 6'4", full of tat. Holy shit. I ain't never had that nigga put his arm around me and grab my cheeks and put his tongue out. You are being touched, Silky. This
Okay, so I don't know. I just randomly wanted to pull up this clip just to see. Again, my statements on this still stand. I just feel like it's unfair that in the black community, us black men get judged differently for feeling how they feel. To each its own, bro. I just wanted to ask the chat and have the conversation with y'all as if, because it's always been in the back of my mind, like, if black men, like, I don't think there's been any straight black man that's came out of the closet as gay or bisexual that has made it through that successfully. Like, look what they did to August Alsina. Look how they did August Alsina. Y'all remember August? Let me see if I think I got a clip. Hold on. Let me see if I still got that clip, because I wanted to play that shit. Copy link. 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 I need to find a faster way to get shit that I want to click on onto my page, onto the screen. August did that to himself. August, what did he do to himself? My question is, look what they did to August as far as him. He didn't even come out he didn't even come out as gay. August Alsina never even came out as gay. He just disappeared from the world and was kicking it with his homie. And then everybody kind of started putting two and two together and was like, that's August, like they're together too much. Or August never even, I don't even think August like exhibited gay behaviors. But this is my perfect example. No black man can come out as straight, or no straight black man can come out as gay and be embraced or accepted in our community. August Alsina was a talented ass artist. But as soon as everybody started, like he was dealing with his mental health issues when he was around Jada and all that shit like that, right? But as soon as he was identified as being gay, or he even said you can love who you want to love, like I love this man, or whatever he ended up coming out and saying, the whole world turned against him. Isaiah Rashad, another example. And there's, you know, well, them TDE niggas is hypocrites. So had Isaiah Rashad had been anybody else, he would have been ostracized the same way by these same individuals y'all talking about. 7. But you don't do Dijon like you're explaining, and do you think you're wrong for that? Just in being gay, not the personality, work, and drama, just the topic of black women get the bad end of the stick. I think it's different with Dijon, and like I said from when I started this, if you're in a debate or argument with somebody and you're intentionally trying to hurt people's feelings or talk shit about them, you're going to use any negative term or slur that you can think of. Whether I feel it's a negative or I have a belief about it, I don't. If Dijon likes, I wouldn't have worked with Dijon had him sitting right next to me for X amount of months if I had a problem with gay people. So it's not that I have a problem with someone liking someone of the same sex. It's someone who tries to weaponize that, and also who tries to attack me. I'm gonna attack you any way possible. I might have said the F word. But anytime I've ever had talk, for the 90% of the disses that I ever sent to Dijon, man, they had nothing to do with his sexuality. Nothing to do with his sexuality. So it's not the same thing. But again, when you're in an argument with somebody, you're going to use any type of thing that you can use against them. Anything to get under their skin, anything to hurt their feelings. And if somebody's not confident in who they are or what they are, they can hurt their feelings by saying those things. But I would have never worked with him if I felt had an issue with gay people. He would have never been allowed on the set. He would have never been accepted or welcomed back or none of that. There has no issue with somebody being gay. But back to my point. My point is, I don't think it's ever been a black male in urban culture who's been able to come out as gay, especially since the 2000 era. Like, you might have had like some men back in the day, old hip hop or old not hip hop, definitely not hip hop, but old R&B or whatever that might have came out as gay or bisexual that might have been accepted. But I don't feel like it's ever been able to. It's never been something that worked in anyone's favor in our culture. But in white culture and other cultures, it can work in their favor. Like August Alsina. I guess Young Thug said something. I don't even really know what Thug said. Let me see if I can find what Thug said. Atlanta rapper discussed gay men, down low men, and what he described as a violation of manhood. Alsina said the comments felt personal. So let's see what August Alsina said.
There was a interview, a comment that I seen Young Thug make about randomly saying like, "Oh, I can't respect niggas who just turn gay or some wild shit."
Pause, 7.
Number one,
work.
It's very strange to me when niggas got all type of shit going on in the world in their life, but a gay be the conversation. I'm talking about grown men, but this is like nothing keep the black community in a chokehold with a conversation like the gay conversation.
Facts.
It always has had y'all in the chokehold, and it always, unfortunately, always will. But so that comment I took personal, because it's like there was niggas be crazy, and you gotta. It's time to start calling out stupid. Now, the older I get, I'm not into convincing people that they stupid no more. Your life will show you that. Life results will show you that. But the older I get, at the same time, I am into simply saying, that's stupid. Like, that's a dumbass take. That's dumb. Like, we talking about what, I don't even know why this shit would even be a conversation with. You think about the idea that you're saying that you don't respect somebody because they gay or whatever, because they turn gay or whatever, nigga. Why? Niggas be, is this shit on your mind as a man who just got out of jail by the fucking grace of God? Why? There's so much shit you could be talking about. But this is the shit that's on y'all mind. That tells me way more than I need to know about you, niggas, bro. Like, that shit got y'all brain in a chokehold. That you will randomly, nobody even gotta be talking about nothing, no gay shit. That shit just come up out your mouth, cause it's on your mind. Like, if I know that, nigga, I just was facing buku years in prison, and I'm by God's grace, I was able to get out. What? I'm not worrying about none of that. And like, is this shit on your? When you talk about respect, I respect niggas who can pay their own bills. I respect niggas when you go to jail, and you gotta do your jokes. You do your fucking jokes. I'm not crying, calling, complaining. I don't gotta call no other celebrity nigga for my bail money. I got me. That's what I respect. Since niggas talking about what they respect and what they don't respect. Like, what is we talking about? Talk about something beneficial, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you niggas. And because it's people that society put in place as their quote-unquote leaders, when you talk about...
Once you rat or once you turn gay, and I don't got nothing against gay people. It's gay people that work for me. But when I look at you a certain way, if I look at you, if I meet you and you gay, it's like, okay. If I meet you and you portraying that you a man and you not gay, I don't got nothing against gay people.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying? If I put...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I seen that clip too. I wanted to play that one as well because I had seen August talking about it as somebody who is, at this point now, he's an openly gay man. And that's just like, his career is gone. His career is gone. All because he decided to love someone of the same sex. It's crazy to me. When D-Wade gonna come out, you was on Dejana Man head calling him. See, you don't listen, 88 King. You don't listen. I'm not going to re-explain it. You don't listen. Big Guap said August been a blade. What's a blade? I don't know. Is that a terminology for a gay dude? 7 out of 10 male streamers on Streamer University are gay. Ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT can't tell you that, bro. 6 out of 10 rappers are bisexual. Rock said, I don't understand gay. I just don't get it. However, I do respect the gays who can keep their sex preference to themselves. That freaky flamboyant shit is out of pocket. I agree. 100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't judge anybody for their behaviors, but once you start exhibiting it to a crazy degree and it becomes visible or influential to youth, or you're passing it off as like you're trying to like make it worldwide acceptable, that's a different situation. Like all the changing of your sex and wearing wigs and Saucy Santana, all that shit, that's a little extreme. Love who you want to love, be attracted to who you want to be attracted to. But when it starts to overlap into influence, and when it starts to overlap into a presentation that is put off that most people is going to rub most people the wrong way, that's where I draw the line at. But again, to each its own. I can be like Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean, he's in R&B, but but Frank Ocean, he disappeared too. He disappeared. Isaiah Rashad disappeared. August Alsina disappeared. Who else? Who else? That's why a lot of these men are scared to come out to y'all or to the world, because their career will be over. It'll be in shambles. It'll be in shambles. Like Young Thug, I agree with August. Why is it that big of a deal to you for somebody to like men? If he don't like you, if he ain't making passes at you and he's respecting your relationship and your space, why is it that that man doesn't deserve the same respect that you give any man for his choice of sexuality? And again, we're not talking about me being in arguments with niggas or me trying to send insults or disses to people. I'm not homophobic whatsoever. But when you're in a back and forth heated debate with people, you say anything you can to get under their skin. That doesn't mean it's wrong to the world what you want to do. That doesn't mean it's wrong or that you shouldn't be accepted or appreciated or loved as an individual. It just means I'm saying anything I can to get under your skin. Yes, I answered at 7. You should have been listening. See, I answered it. I told you it's different. Majority of the things that I said about Dejana, man, had nothing to do with or downing him for being. It wasn't never me downing him. It's me just trying to get under people's skin. I don't judge nobody. If I had a real judgment on that individual, I would have never worked with him. I would have mistreated him. I would have not shaken his hand. I would have not been cool. I would have not accepted that man and been cool with him and tried to help his career out and do different things. I would have never did that if I was homophobic. So just by me having these one-off disses that I send to somebody doesn't change the fact that I accept everybody for what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I don't get why people are grilling Blackboy Max like that, and I honestly don't think that this is gonna help his brand whatsoever to Square Biz Super Chat. But it really just be our community though. It really just be our community. I don't shoot shots to down him for his sexuality. That's not me. That's the other niggas. That's the other niggas. I honestly believe with age and time, you start to look at things differently. And I don't think anyone, male or female, should be treated negatively. You can have your beliefs on whatever you want to believe in, but should be treated negatively for their choice of sexuality. It is what it is. I really don't believe so. All right, let's see. What am I going to move into next? That was the Blackboy Max Streamer University topic. World Cup, ain't too much to talk about the World Cup. I will say I don't understand how people like soccer. I try my best to watch it, and I just don't get how people like the sport of soccer. That shit gross. That's how Rome fell. Again, bro, you can say what you want about it. You can feel how you feel. I'm not telling nobody how to feel. But my problem is we can't be hypocritical, man. We can't be hypocritical, and we can't, unless you're standing on a religious belief, if this is just your personal belief, it's fucked up that, like, if I meet a gay person in public or in real life, I'm not treating them no differently than I'm treating anybody else. If I go to a restaurant and my waiter is gay, I'm not treating him no different than anybody else. It does not bother me to that extent no more. Again, I'm older. When I was in my 20s, maybe. But it don't bother me no more. It's not bothering me. He said, you always saying blacks only do this or that, and it's always negative shit. It's not negative shit. It's calling it out. It's calling it out. I can only speak on the demographic that I'm familiar with, 88 King. It's our community. If a white boy comes out right now as fucking Lance Bass from Backstreet Boys. He's still touring. They still part of the group. They still getting the same love. It did not affect him coming out as gay. Did not affect his career. I can't think of any other, like, it's our community that has the most problem with the gay term. It's our community. So you can sit here and say it's not, and try to fight me on it or whatever. You have a white dad. You free up with the white as well. What do you mean I free up? Yes, I have a white father, but I was raised, this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Just because my dad is white, y'all don't even know the type of white my dad is. My dad's only dated black women his whole life, up until he just got remarried at 60 years old. My dad has always been with black women. All I seen my whole life with my mom and dad split was my dad with black women. My dad listening to R&B and rap. My dad was never overtly nerdy white like most people would try to assume. I was not raised like that. And again, I was raised predominantly by my mother. So I can only speak of a standpoint of growing up a young black male in America raised by a black woman, a chocolate black woman, having all black friends, going to an all black and Hispanic schools. That's all my life, chasing a dream in a black entertainment business. This is all I know. This is all I know. I can understand both sides of the spectrum. I get it. I can understand white side and black side. But when I speak about these things, it's coming from a perspective of the world that I'm engulfed in. I'm engulfed in the urban side of the world, and everything from the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I look, my girlfriend, my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece, my nephew, my friends, the entertainment industry is all engulfed around black culture. That's what I grew up on. People don't understand. Like, this has been since the early 90s. I don't know how old some of y'all are. And right now, this conversation is really more directed towards 88 King. I grew up black. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing against white. I had my white side of the family that I visited and I seen, and there was certain things that went on, but I never faked the funk. This is who I've been my whole life. So I can only speak about a standpoint that I know of and from the shit that I pay attention to. And in urban culture, in urban community, being gay and being bisexual for a male is looked down upon and is a hindrance towards the success of your career. If any rapper came out right now as gay, his career is over. If a white singer or somebody came out as gay, their career is probably gonna take off. You the only one, 88 King, to think I sound ignorant in my takes when it comes to how black people treat things in our culture. It's just the matter of the fact. You the only one. All 32, don't come in here unless you're trying to play chess, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. You been ducking my chess fade. You keep calling me out for chess fades and don't want to play. Talking about a habitual chess ducker. Shut your punk ass up and send the invite to the chess game, nigga. Spank that nigga. Boy, come here, son. Let me show you how it's done. Third Law Gangsta Crib, what's happening? Stuck in my ways? It depends on the career. What do you mean it depends on the career? If you're a gay, black, and a fashion designer, you're all good. Okay, so again, it depends on the career, right? But in the urban entertainment industry, I don't think fashion designers are technically the entertainment industry. If you are a person who entertains the masses and you decide to come out as gay or bisexual, your career is pretty much done and over with. If that's the case, Mr. 88 King, why don't more black men, you think every single black man in hip hop, entertainment industry, R&B, movies, all this shit, you think every single person is straight? No. Why do you think they won't come out as gay or bisexual? Because it will be a hindrance to their career. And why is that? Because they're consumed by black people the most. That's why they won't do it. Hey, when the last time? That's funny. When he was talking about Soldier Boy, he out spike that ass. That's funny. All 32 plays hopscotch. Yeah, he play hopscotch, bruh. Are men just being gay for sexual purposes because you guys are so sexually promiscuous because you rarely see gay couples in long-lasting relationships? Oh, I don't know. That's a good point, Seven. That's a conversation I'm gonna have to have with a woman because I don't really know too much. I'm not too in tune with that. You know what I'm saying? And sexual satisfaction to me is different than gay love. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's a topic for another day. I ain't gonna segue into that. But a lot of rappers who sold their souls be at them Diddy parties and the fanatic parties all hugged up with Meek Mill edition. But see, Meek Mill is not gay. Diddy is not gay. Like, there's a lot of entertainers who may have traits that make people think as such, but these people, unless you come out and actively say you are gay, I can't sit there and just automatically assume that you are gay. I can't. Like, people like to assume people are gay for actions or things that they say. I guess I'm more mature. I look at things differently. You know what I'm saying? I look at things a little bit differently. And I just don't feel like, again, in our community, I don't feel like we give people the fair shake that other communities do when it comes to somebody choosing what sexuality they prefer. And why is it okay? And this is just me asking. I can understand why people think this way, but why is it okay for men to think it's cool for women to like women, but men can't like men? I just be playing devil's advocate. To each its own, do what you want to do, but why is it somebody else's business to decide what is acceptable or not acceptable? Don't make sense to me. But all right, let's segue out of this topic. We've been on it for too long, but it's just, I seen the Black Boy Mac shit, and I seen him start crying about it, and it low-key bothered me a little bit. That's kind of why this conversation came up. Bro, you defending. I'm not defending. I'm just not judging. That's really all it comes down to. Let the record reflect. I'm not defending it. To each its own, bro. And if you can't see it as such, if somebody wants to love who they want to love or be sexually attracted who they want to be sexually attracted to, then that's your battle that you got to deal with. It don't bother me none. I don't care one way or the other. Because if you keeping it a beam, bro, let the record reflect, you hang out and been around a lot of niggas who probably like niggas. And you defend them because they your homies. You just don't know. And that's my point. We can't judge everybody, bro, based off of the choices that they want to make in certain things, bro. And again, it's our culture. See, that's what I'm saying. Let the record reflect. I don't know what you are. If you are of minority descent, black, Hispanic, whatever you are, but we said, bro, you defending men liking men now. Come on, Stet, chill, broski. Why is, if that was what I was doing, which is not, why is that a problem in our community? Man, you from Dallas? Dallas has so many gay people. The whole uptown is gay white people. There's whole parts of town in Dallas that are nothing but gay people. But yeah, let's segue out of this conversation. We can bring it back up at another time, and I can have this conversation live and with verbal commentary from y'all. We'll open up the Discord on the 50th episode. But let's segue out of this and let's get into a hip-hop topic. Let's get into a hip-hop topic that I'm eager to know y'all opinion on. I'm eager to know y'all opinion on this topic. Let's see here. Where we at? An hour and 45. Let's go there at the hour and 45. So the news has broken. The news has broken. The news has broken. YG versus the Game. YG versus the Game is upcoming July 23rd. Now, for all my West Coast people, for all my hip hop people, this is a conversation I wanted to have. Last time I did this was when we talked about the T.I. versus 50 Cent. I went through and I played the songs live. I'm not going to probably do that tonight. But this is a good debate. Even though I think there's not even close who would actually win this versus battle. If y'all know me, y'all know how highly I speak of the Game and how I think he is probably one of the best rappers of all time, rapping wise. He is for sure the best. He is the best rapper ever out of Los Angeles. He's the best rapper ever to come out of Los Angeles. Second is Kendrick. But in my opinion, Game got a lot of flack for his personal life versus his talents. And in my opinion, in this battle right here, Game is about to wash YG. What Game is about to wash YG. YG is not a rapper, in my opinion. He's got some West Coast anthems, but he is not a rapper like the Game. If we're talking about rapping, Game runs circles around YG tenfold. It's not even close. He's had bigger records than YG. He makes better music than YG, better albums than YG, has had a better career than YG. YG just has West Coast anthems because a lot of his music was based off of the West Coast sound, the West Coast bop. Game didn't do the West Coast bop sound for his career. He was produced by Dr. Dre at the beginning of his career, which Dr. Dre doesn't really make the West Coast, didn't really make too many West Coast bouncing type songs. But this is not to say that YG don't have good songs, but his songs really don't, YG songs really don't transcend Los Angeles, California. He's got a couple of them. Snoop is not a better rapper, or Corrupt is not a better rapper than Game, my boy. It's not even fucking close. Bar for bar, delivery, punchlines, songs, whatever you want to put up in that conversation, Game is the best rapper to come out of LA ever. And left, right is trash, all 32. That's my point. Hit her with the left, right. Like, this is my point. Now, it depends on how we're categorizing this battle. Again, versus is song for song, so I don't know how much it's actually going to be judged based off of lyrical ability and talent and, you know, what accolades these songs actually sold and accomplished. But Game is smoking YG. Let me see what these songs are. I haven't even read these songs. But perfect example is the documentary album. You could play from one to the end. You could play 20 songs off the documentary. That's probably going to kill majority of everything YG has ever done. Game is smashing. It's not about Game having a hit. Game has been low-key. Game has been blackballed. Game has been blackballed. Game has better music than YG. No question. Tooted and Booted versus How We Do. Not even close. I met her at the club. She said, what's up? I took her to the crib. And you know I fuck. Tooted and Booted. Like, it's so elementary. And I guess I look at rap a different way. I look at rap with more of a, for the talent aspect of the, instead of like the catchy boppity bop songs. YG has tons of those. I'm a YG fan. When people talk down on YG, I'm like, man, YG cold. YG got some good music. Everybody gave him the shit end of the stick when it comes to like his albums lately and his music lately. But YG is tight to me. He's just not a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? He's not a lyricist. He's not a international, nationwide hit maker. YG's music rings off in Southern California and in up to the Bay. YG is not getting played in all across the country, in New York, in Alabama, in St. Louis, in Houston, and he's just not getting played everywhere. He's got some big songs. But it ain't nothing compared to Game shit. Tooted and Booted, My Nigga, Who Do You Love, Left Right, Ride With Me, Bitch Better Have My Money, Why You Always Hating, Big Bank, Go Loco, Fuck Donald Trump, I Just Want to Party, Been Brazy, Twist My Fingers, Bick It Back Being Bull, Still Brazy, Do It To You, Pyru, Bompton, She Bad, Sign Language. Good songs. Some great songs on here. But again, it all depends on how you judging it. You got How We Do, Hate It or Love It, Dreams, West Side Story, Wouldn't Get Far, Ali Boombaye, It's Okay, the documentary, Red Nation, 100, Don't Trip, Put You on the Game, Start From Scratch, The City, LA, Church for Thugs, Ain't No Doubt About It, LAX Files, Higher, Doctor's Advocate. And they missing so many songs from Chuck on here. They missing so many songs. I think this one right here is going to be tough for Game to win in Los Angeles, California. This one's going to be tough for Game to win because Game is not, in my opinion, he's not an LA, your typical LA artist. When you play these YG songs around gang members or in a Los Angeles environment, it's going to sound like he's got some smashes. But if you play these outside of LA, nobody's going to care. You know what I'm saying? For Compton, for gang members, YG is going to win. But I don't know if they're using these songs, 7. This is projected from the Versus.tv IG. These are, I guess, projected songs. But I haven't watched the Versus since COVID. I'm watching this one. But if we're talking about straight hit records, commercial success, record sales, lyricism, hooks, pen game, Game is smashing YG. But if we're talking about West Coast gang member anthems, YG is going to win. YG is going to win when you got certain songs like I Just Want to Party, Twist My Fingers, Bick and Back Being Bull, Still Brazy, Do It To You. These are West Coast, Tooted and Booted, Left Right. Some of these are international successes like My Nigga, Who Do You Love, Why You Always Hating. Those are like the big songs he got. But catalog, like Game has an album catalog. YG has song catalog. There's a difference. Game's discography is smacking. Game's discography is smacking YG's discography. Even everybody on the West Coast people on the West Coast even down YG's discography. Damn. The documentary, Doctor's Advocate, LAX, the Red Album, Jesus Piece, Documentary 2, Documentary 2.5, 1992, Born to Rap, Drillmatic. These last 3 albums was so fire. 1992, Born to Rap and Drillmatic, Documentary, Doctor's Advocate. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Versus to me doesn't actually give the full landscape, the full picture of who would win these battles. It's really just hit for hit. You know what I mean? And I feel like Game is gonna be at a disadvantage having the verses in Los Angeles because the crowd is going to be full of West Coast natives. The people around these niggas is going to be B team on both sides, gang members. They know that YG has made gang member street anthems. Shout out to Torreezy. Torreezy the low. Respect, cuz. Respect, cuz. Like AB and Dean be saying, respect, cuz. Shout out to you, my boy. I appreciate the $2 super chat as always. I be seeing you in other chats throwing. Whoa, what you changed these 3 letters to the last? Oh, Torreezy. Yo shit used to say Torreezy the Loke. Now your shit say Torreezy Boof? Oh my God. Man, you gonna have to send a $20 super chat if you expect me to respect this name, cuz. Respect this name. Oh my God, this nigga that changed the letters on the last of his name to a failing podcast. This is crazy. Torreezy, you might as well have put Torreezy Context Matters for that matter. Golly. Torreezy used to be the Loke. Now this nigga's the choke. You over there choking on niggas. Come on, bruh. That's my boy too, Torreezy. What's the deal? Super fan ass shit. Come on, bro. Them niggas don't even care about they people. What's wrong with cuz? Respect cuz. Disrespect cuz, chat. Disrespect that nigga. I still fuck with that nigga though. I forgot. And Torreezy's he's a mod. I forgot. Oh my God. Torreezy is a mod too, Tribe. I didn't forgot. Oh man, Tribe. What do we do about this, man? Oh man, what do we do, bro? Torreezy then came in this bitch as a mod with that shit. I might as well go back and get Venetia or fucking Logo Secret. God damn. Fast Lane, he's for sure holding stick. That nigga holding stick, gang. That's crazy. But look, back to my point. In LA, if this is hosted in Los Angeles, based off of crowd reaction and homies reaction, YG's gonna win. He has more mustard, up-tempo, dancing beats. It's gonna get the crowd hyper, more hype. But Game's got better records. Game's got better records, bro. How We Do, Hate It or Love It, Dreams, West Side Story, Wouldn't Get Far. Like, it's not even close. But again, these are the songs that they picked on here. I don't know why they picked these songs specifically. Game, they don't even got Celebrate on here. Game got too many. Game got too many records. Who y'all think gonna win? Who y'all think would really win this battle? And tell me why. What do y'all base it off of? Are y'all basing it off of dancing music? Are we basing it off of hit records? Are we basing it off of West Coast reaction? Torreezy the Low. Yeah. Yeah. Respect cuz. Hey, yo, my nigga back. Look, and then he gonna go into the chat. He gonna change his name back every time. When he come in here, he gonna change his name back to Torreezy the Loke. When he go over there, he going back all Torreezy BOF. Come on, my boy. Come on, my boy. That nigga changed that shit quick. Salute, cuz. Respect, cuz. Respect, cuz. Respect, cuz. Let me see. IO says the Game gonna win. I agree. 7 says YG has better stage presence, better records. Stage presence because what? Because he be blood walking. He just got more up-tempo records. Wouldn't Get Far, West Side Story. They're slower. They're more focused on lyricism. This is why I feel like this versus is really not a comparable versus. This is the only reason this versus is happening is because they both bloods from Compton. But Game should be going up against somebody way more talented than YG. YG don't have Really Smoking. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is the actual list, but this is like some of their most notable songs. I'm anxious to see. Look, even somebody in the chat said the Game's first album beats YG's whole catalog, and that's got 1,500 likes. Somebody said as soon as YG say, nigga, I'm from BPT, West Side, West Side, West Side, nigga, I'm D. Like, I get it. On the West Coast in LA, YG's gonna ring off harder than Game. But Game's catalog, thank you, Torizi. Game's catalog is too potent. Game is a rapper. YG is a music maker. YG is not a lyricist. YG doesn't have a Dreams, a West Side Story. He don't have them type of records. Why somebody said YG's a jerk rapper? I wouldn't go that far and disrespect him that much. But he don't really got I don't know. Again, I'm going to say in Los Angeles, in that crowd, in that region of the United States, YG will probably win. But if we're talking about catalog and whole, hit records, lyricism, sales, accomplishments, like Game is smoking YG. And to me, as a listener that appreciates rap music for being delivery, cadence, bars, punchlines, well-written hooks, production, Game it's not even close, bro. Game is winning. And and Mustard is one of my favorite producers of all time. I'm the only one to make it out the West without Dre. I mean, Game really stopped fucking with Dre after his like first or second album. So after Doctor's Advocate, and he was successful far beyond just them two albums. Again, a lot of Game's lawsuits and antics and crash outs affect him more in his career than than it should for the sake of what type of music he's produced for the people. There's a reason why a New York artist signed the Game. You know what I mean? There's really a reason why. Game is a nationwide artist. The Game made it out without Dre. Dre was his first and I think part of his second album. Or I don't know. Did he fuck with him on Doctor's Advocate? He named it Doctor's Advocate. He named it. Game even got a better catalog than 50 and everyone West Coast except Kendrick. I would disagree with the Kendrick part. I think he's got a better catalog than Kendrick, but yeah, he's smoking everybody on the West Coast. He's smoking everybody on the West Coast. Again, I don't know if these are the songs that are gonna make it, but this Game got too many to choose from. See, people even saying right here, people are saying like a lot of people are missing songs. Like, I don't know, this catalog, the Game catalog is just too big for YG. He has so many hits that ain't even on this list. YG easy, he has the club hits and the songs to walk to. Game just raps. See, okay, this comment right here is exactly what I was talking about. This is why some people will pick YG, but this is why these niggas are stupid as fuck. Because how you gonna say YG wins easy? He has the club hits and the songs to walk to. Game just raps. Nigga, we're talking about rapping. We're not talking about dancing. We're not talking about club hits. We are talking about rap. At least in my opinion, we talking about rap. Ice Cube is washing Game. You done lost your motherfucking mind, bro. Ice Cube, Snoop, them niggas are not lyrical rappers, bro. They not. Cube had in the early days, but nothing Cube dropped beyond the fucking Death Certificate album. None of that shit is ringing off as far as lyricism, and nah, you out your mind, bro. Snoop be saying some bullshit on his raps too. Snoop is not a lyricist. Game is a lyricist. What era did y'all grow up in to not think Game is a lyricist? 7, I'm not just doing anything to do anything. I'm keeping it 100. It ain't a lot of people in the chat are agreeing with me. But again, I got to remember that a lot of the audience comes from the West Coast. And I can understand why y'all gonna say YG in this situation. But again, that's why I was my back against the wall in the whole Kendrick Drake situation, 7, because I was going against the West Coast. If I was on a podcast that was nationwide, I would have had a lot more, people would have been a lot more receptive. The West Coast is West Coast bias. Man, Rock, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Game is the best rapper from Los Angeles ever. Rapper. You gotta understand, when I talk about these topics, I'm talking about rapping. I'm not talking about making a little dance song, all that ballerina dancing and shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about letting a beat carry you. I'm talking about being able to carry a beat. Game can carry a beat. YG songs, beats carry him. He's way better than Snoop. He's way better than Snoop. Snoop is a bigger name, but Game is way bigger than Snoop as a rapper. Snoop had a longer rap catalog. No, he didn't. Stuck in My Ways. Snoop had Doggy Style, The Dogfather, Let the Game to Be Sold, Not Told. He didn't game. Once Snoop left Death Row, he had, album-wise, he had some big records like Beautiful and Drop It Like It's Hot and shit like that. He had some big records, but album catalog? Nah. It's not happening. Best rapper, though. Best rapper is Game. Thank you, Bryce. Snoopy putting out a lot of bullshit. Thank you. Game is a rapper. I wish I could just play music on here. We're going to have to get on Twitch and do it and just play the music through. He said respect Long Beach. But yeah, I'm excited. I might hop on here and go live on July 23rd. It's a Thursday. I might go live during the verses and watch it live on YouTube with the people because I'm excited for it. I know YG has big records. I'm not hating on YG whatsoever. I'm just a big Game fan. And Game to me is one of the best lyricists ever. And I don't think this is a fair matchup for YG just because Game smokes him when it comes song for song. But it's also not a fair matchup for Game because you're going to be in LA. And YG is the West Coast LA anthem king. He came out with Mustard. He came out with Ty Dollars and the Tigers and the RJs. He's the pioneer of that era. He has the walking music, the club music. So it's really not fair for Game to do this in LA. But if they did this in another city, it's not even close what Game doing. Wax from LA is better than a lot of mainstream niggas. If you don't know about him, you not tapped into hip hop. I mean, there might be some underground rappers from LA who can throw their name in the hat, but we talking about the ones that everybody knows. Man, Torizi, you crazy. You crazy. You might as well change your name back to Torizi Booth if you think Game is not a better rapper than Kendrick. I just don't see the Kendrick hype. It's just me. I like music that's sonically good and is consumable to the ears. Not all that voice changing, alienation, weird shit. Game, he's the definition of lyricist. Pen game, writer. Just my opinion. He's easier to listen to, easier to consume. He has, in my opinion, sonically better sounding songs. He's a better lyricist. No question about lyricism. Game is an animal. Game is an animal. I don't know what y'all familiar with, how old y'all are, but go back to Game 10, 15 years ago. He's been doing this shit for 20 years. Game will tell you bar for bar there's nobody fucking with him on the West Coast anywhere. He'll tell you Game is one of the best rappers in hip-hop history. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this versus. I hope y'all are. Everybody can have their opinion. Again, I think it's going to be tough for Game to get the crowd approval, the local crowd approval wherever they're doing their verses at. It's going to be hard for him to do it. But on a nationwide scale, anybody who is listening to the verses live across the country are going to respect and understand that Game is going to wash YG. He's going to wash YG on the mainstream nationwide scale in comparison to just the local LA scale. Again, a lot of LA people are very biased to LA and the songs that raised them and the songs that was part of the soundtrack for Los Angeles culture. And YG catered. That's a part of the reason why YG was never able to reach the heights that Game has reached, or had the commercial success that Game has had, or the nationwide international success that Game has had, because YG focused his sound on Los Angeles. I heard my son downstairs squeaking, man, my puppy, and I was just making sure he was all right. My bad. All 32 was listening to Lean Like a Cholo instead of the Game. That's funny. What you say, fatality? What you talking about, 7? Rock, you gotta relax, my boy. You gotta relax. We know that didn't happen. We all know Drake won that. And if you don't, you done lost your mind. Yes, I can hear him squeaking down there. Thank you, Stuck in My Ways. The maddest villain, what's happening? He said, Apollo in this thing. Steady Stetsen, what's up with these nasty narratives you spewing right now? Golly. Damn, my narrative's nasty. Hey, man, look, man, I love being the contrarian. I love being the person that makes people think outside the box. I love being the opposition. I love defending my opinion against the masses. I love being the black sheep. So that's what you're going to always get out of me, is being the black sheep. But it doesn't come from just a point to argue. It comes from a point of what I really believe. And then I love to argue what I believe. It's just how I feel. Just how I feel about certain things, man. It's just how I feel about certain things. I'm not afraid to express it. I'm not afraid to be the outsider. So me being able to get on here and push my opinions, I'm prepared for the backlash. The Game, they roll with Nipsey Hussle. You got to forget, Game was around before the Kendricks. Game was around before the Nipseys. You know what I mean? He was the face of the West Coast after Snoop Dogg. After Snoop Dogg disappeared from being a musician like that, for real, Game held it down for LA. So all the LA niggas that's disrespecting Game, you done lost your motherfucking mind. You'll set your weight on what, R32? Would you wait on what? Wait on what? Man, listen. I like lyricism, bro. YG's a good artist, but he's not a lyricist. He's not going to give you nothing to think about. He's going to give you the basic rhyme bars. He's not going to give you no super crazy metaphors or punchlines. He's not going to make you think. You can even tell, because as soon as YG started to try to get more lyrical, people aren't fucking with it. His last two projects, he was trying to drop in songs more lyrical and try to be more thought-provoking, and people aren't fucking with it. YG is known to make motherfuckers crip walk and blood walk, and that's pretty much it. He said for y'all to name a hit Game got by himself. Man, damn near the whole documentary. West Side Story, Wouldn't Get Far. The documentary. He got plenty of them. And features don't dictate if a nigga, you got to be by yourself on a song. That don't dictate shit. Game versus J. Cole said, I think that's more fair. No, J. Cole wins that. J. Cole win that. I don't know who Game would be better going against. I'm trying to think who Game's strongest competitor would be. Game versus 50 would have been great. I think 50 wins, but for the sake of entertainment, it'd be good. Perfect example. Rick Ross. I wanted to talk about this topic because this is just a music topic of sales and consumerism in hip hop. Damn, I done popped into my my homepage or whatever my website, my web thing is. Look, the first thing that popped up was, it popped up like this. It said trending now and had a picture of LeBron. I thought this nigga made his decision. I scrolled down so fast. Woo! They saying that this nigga is set to only do. No, that can't be right. That's June 24th. I gotta find this. Hold on. Let me see. It's unfortunate because, right, I fucked with Rick Ross until he really tried to start coming at Drake for no reason. And I still fuck with Rick Ross's music for the most part, but hip hop is not in the same place it used to be, man. It's not in the same place that it used to be. Rick Ross album is doing terrible numbers. They saying Rick Ross album is set to do. Rick Ross. Let me see. If the clicks and bitches time to go get a Rick Ross just dropped the worst album in his career and fans are completely united. I'm trying to find what I seen. They saying he's set to sell damn, where is it at? They saying Rick Ross is set to do this. Rick Ross Set in Stone opens with 1.83 million Spotify streams in one day. When they were saying that Drake, only one of Drake's songs did this for weeks. He's set to do terrible numbers. And this is no shade towards Ross, because I love Ross as an artist. I have, but hip hop, especially for the old heads, that shit is damn near over. Even T.I.'s last album didn't do what it should do. And these are hip hop pioneers, hip hop legends. People who, when you speak about hip hop, they are in the Hall of Fame. And when they drop an album now, it gets no love. This is sad when it comes to how music, he said, who cares about sales? It's not about sales. Because sales, the only reason you care about sales is because sales tells you the tale of how many people are actually streaming your music. Because sales are dictated from, I guess every one album sale is 1,500 streams. So sales actually tell you how many people are listening to your project. So it's not about sales. Like I don't really care about, oh, he only did 30,000 units or whatever. Like, but that also tells a story of how many people are actually consuming your music. There's so many people that are not talking about this album that it's almost scary that hip hop has reached a point of an all-time low. Look, perfect. Torizi just said it. Rap and R&B at an all-time low on Billboard. It's at an all-time low in consumerism. People aren't even listening to niggas' albums no more. T.I. dropped an album. Rick Ross dropped an album. People are not listening to them. Unless you... Even Kanye is not being consumed to the same rate. Granted, he brought a lot of that on himself. But the legends of hip-hop aren't consumed anymore because their music is based off of talent. Talent does not win these arguments no more. Talent does not equate to sales anymore. It's about virality. It's about trendy. It's about clip worthy. It's about TikTok. That's why those type of trash ass artists are going viral and making way more sales than legends like Rick Ross. These young generations, the people who can, like people my age, I feel like we consume music differently than the younger generation. When I was young, I listened to music all day, every day. On my Walkman on the way to work, on my CD player when I got home, on LimeWire or Napster, you downloaded it, you played music in the car. Now at my age, I don't listen to music barely at all. The music, exactly, the market is oversaturated, and the younger generation, the people who are listening to music at a high level, don't want to break down and decipher lyrics. They don't want to break down and have to listen to lyrics. And Rick Ross is a rapper. And I ain't even listening to the album. In a recent Instagram video, Ross revealed he's already paid before the album came out, explaining that today's music business is about building a brand beyond album sales. He spent more than 20 years creating multiple revenue streams, encourage artists. So exactly. I think a lot of these big name artists are just looking at albums as a promotional tactic to get people to talk about their name. It's not about selling records no more. It's not about... That shit don't matter no more. Like somebody in chat just said, why does album sales don't matter? Album sales don't matter. They don't really matter. But it's unfortunate that our big name artists can't drive the same amount of attention and engagement that they used to when music was at its all-time high. We had iPod Nanos. On God, we had the big-ass iPods. Now I just drive in silence like an old person. Torizi, I'm telling you, how many people in the chat drive with no music on? I can't be the only one. Me and Torizi can't be the only one. Ask my girl. She get in the car with me, her phone connected to the whip. We get in the car, music start blaring. I'm like, turn that shit off. I don't want to ride listening to music at all. Unless I'm going to be in the car for like a really long time and I got time to like play through an album, I don't listen to music at all in the whip no more. I don't listen to music at the crib. The only time I hear music is when it comes across my internet feed somehow, somewhere, and some music clips and plays. That's why I don't know none of these new artists. I don't consume. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I've been oversaturated with so much bullshit that it's made me be like, I'm just... Or, you know what it is? Music to me has been so trash lyrically that I'm tired of hearing the same shit. I'm tired of hearing all the braggadocious, flossy. That's why I love the J. Cole album. That's why I love the Drake album. Because you're able to consume shit that's not just about money, cars, clothes, and hoes. And bitches and who got the most. And I'm the greatest. Like, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I have outgrown 80% of hip-hop music. And if I'm gonna listen to music, I'm listening to the old legends. I'm not listening to none of this new shit. I'm not listening to none of this new shit. I'm listening to the OGs, the old legends, the classic music that I know has a nostalgic feel. And it's crazy too because, you know, a lot of the young generation talks so much shit about the old generation, but all the young generation is doing is remaking all the old classics. Remaking the beats, reusing the beats, trying to flip them a different way as if, but then they talk shit about the old music. But they talk shit about the old music. Respectfully, what's happening? I ain't seen your name in this bitch in a minute. I damn near unmodded you not too long ago. I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. TV is in the chat. You been a mod from the beginning and you don't even be fucking with your boy, bro. That's crazy. I ain't even talked to this nigga since nigga last year on some. I think last time I seen this nigga was in some type of Discord chat. My nigga just a mod for no reason. I'm about to unmod this nigga, gang. I'm about to unmod this nigga. I'm about to, these niggas said, who is that? See, that's what I'm saying, Seven? It's my boys. You know what I mean? He was holding shit down from the jump. Then this nigga just went ghost, bruh. You sound like my grandpa. I had a bad accident, ICU and all. Damn. Well, I am trolling, but that ain't the reason why you've been missing. But prayers up. Hopefully you healing and doing well. You know what I mean? I'm over here trolling with the jokes, but I'm trolling because your ass been MIA. And it ain't just because of the accident. But prayers up to you. And I do really wish you well. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you have no long-lasting issues from your accident, bro. I had your back fade with ODM slip. Bro was in jail. That's funny. Dang, that snatching wrenches. Nah, I ain't snatching no wrenches, Seven. I only snatched it from 2 people. I've only taken the wrench from 2 people. You know what I mean? I almost took his wrench because I was checking my wrenches when I unmodded them other 2 niggas. I'm like, where the fuck is this nigga respectfully shut the fuck up been at? My East Coast homie. My East Coast homie. All right, I got a couple more little topics, more out-of-pocket topics that we'll talk about before I get out of here. I'm on here a little bit longer than I wanted to be tonight. Looks like we're going to approach the 3-hour mark. Shout out to y'all for kicking it with me in late night vibes Sunday night. Appreciate y'all still turning out for the boy. Thank God both of them are gone. Yeah, Seven, I ain't gonna lie. Having Venetia out of here and Logo punk ass out of here, much more relaxing. Much more relaxing. All right, let's see. Here go a quick little topic. Let's see. This topic is going through your significant other's phones. Is this out of pocket or not? Right? And it's funny because me and my girl had a conversation / argument the other night regarding phones. And so when I seen this clip, I'm like, oh, interesting topic. Interesting topic. Let me play this clip and then I'll tell y'all what transpired.
What? Relationship advice. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if you have to ask a question, the answer doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. If you got to go through your partner's phone, mm-hmm. whether you find something or you don't find something, mm-hmm. it doesn't matter because you don't trust the person anyway. So why are you with somebody that you don't trust? Mm-hmm. Right? Like the relationship is over anyway. If I have to ask if my girlfriend, if my wife is cheating on me, if I have to really seriously ask that question, it doesn't matter if she cheated on me or not. The fact that I even have to ask that question, I'm with the wrong person.
Yep.
I personally will never go to a person's phone because I always say
have insomnia. What?
Relationship advice. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if you have to ask a question, the answer doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. If you got to go through your partner's phone, mm-hmm. whether you find something or you don't find something, mm-hmm. it doesn't matter because you don't trust the person anyway. So why are you with somebody that you don't trust? Mm-hmm. Right? Like the relationship is over anyway. If I have to ask if my girlfriend, if my wife is cheating on me, if I have to really seriously ask that question, it doesn't matter if she cheated on me or not. The fact that I even have to ask that question, I'm with the wrong person.
Yep.
I personally will never go to a person.
So I wanted to bring this up just because, like I said, it transpired in my real life. And let me tell y'all what happened. It wasn't in a bad way or nothing like that, but what happened? So we were sitting on opposite couches the other night, and I looked over, and it was like, I don't know, was it 10, 11? It was like 11 o'clock. It was a little pretty late. And Miss Moneybags was typing a message, but it was on Instagram. It was an Instagram DM. I was like, who you messaging? She was like, I'm not messaging nobody. I was like, yes, you are. She was like, no, I'm not. I was like, you was just on Instagram typing to somebody. She's like, that's Instagram. That's a DM. That's different. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's how the conversation started. I'm like, who you messaging? And it wasn't because I don't trust her, but it's more of like, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. We watching a movie or whatever. Who are you texting on the phone? Long ass paragraph. It ended up being a coworker, right? It's all good. I don't really care about that. But as soon as I said that, she was like, let me go through your Instagram DMs. Don't hear he goes shaking my head. She gonna say some, I don't know how it happened exactly, but along the lines of, that was Instagram, not text messages. And she do it to me too, by the way. She be like, who you texting? If I'm smiling at my phone and I'm texting something or whatever, she be like, who you texting? It's more of a playful way. It's not under the guise of like antitrust, but it's more in a playful manner. And she said, well, let me go through your Instagram DMs. And I'm like, no, I don't ask to go through your Instagram DMs. Like, there's nothing to hide. She's like, well, why? If you're not gonna let me go through it, why is it that you hiding something? Now you being suspicious. Why you don't want to let me go through your phone? I'm like, you should trust me. You shouldn't have to worry about going through my DMs to think I'm doing something. I don't ask to go through your phone. I don't go through your phone. We've been together for 6 years. I went through her phone 2 times. One time because she was overly drunk and I needed to get access to her phone so that I could text her coworkers that she was too drunk and she wasn't going to make it to work. That's one reason. And then I ended up just going through the phone. That was early in our relationship. But I feel like if you trust your partner, there's no reason to go through their phone. And if you want to go through their phone, you have a thought in the back of your mind that you can't trust them. So if that's the case, what you with that person for anyway? And why do you want to go through their phone to be sure or to find something to create an argument about or to search for something? They always say don't search for something, whatever the saying is, you'll be surprised what you find or whatever it is. But this really just caught me by surprise when it's like, how do y'all feel about this, tribe? Would y'all ever go through your significant other's phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something y'all would do? Do you feel like men, do y'all feel like that's needed in a relationship? Because to put the fear into your significant other's heart that like, damn, maybe I shouldn't do something because she might grab my phone at some time and see something, or like, I just don't feel the need to. Like, granted, it is true, my girl works with all females. You know what I'm saying? She works only around females. She doesn't have any guys. I don't know if I would feel different about things if she worked around guys, but I trust her. I trust her with my whole heart, right? So I don't feel like she would ever do something like that to me. But I feel like I don't have a reason to. She doesn't give me a reason, nor do I need like a reassurance by seeing things in her phone or her activity in her phone of behaviors that wouldn't be accepted. She knows what would be acceptable with communication with people of the opposite sex. And I don't worry about her cheating on me. So I would never believe in searching her phone. Now, have I gone through phones in past relationships? Yes. But that was my own personal insecurities. That was me getting wind and glimpses of things that made me think that they was up to no good. So I searched for it and, you know what I mean, found things I didn't like and X, Y, and Z. But in this relationship, I don't have that feeling. I don't have the need to go through people's phones. That's like a privacy invasion. Sometimes your significant other may take pictures in the phone of themselves. They could be picking a booger, or they might have a pimple on the inside of their fucking ass crack and they take a picture of it so they can see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's still an invasion of privacy. Like, they have text communications with their families and loved ones that maybe is not necessarily meant for you to see. They could be planning a surprise. It could be whatever. I just feel like there's a boundary that you should not cross with people's cell phone devices. Who knows what they're searching up on the internet? They could be searching up, why does my private part feel like that? Like, you know what I mean? It could just be stuff that, granted, you're supposed to share everything with your significant other, but I just don't feel like everything in your phone, like even Rock said, very out of pocket, it's a private device. I feel like it's just not something that you do if you trust your partner. We got each other's passwords. Seven said, mine will have my password. I don't be cheating. So what if your person went through your phone, Seven? How would you feel? IO said, out of pocket for sure. If you got to go through it, it's over, gang. IO says, no trust. I literally been faithful to a nigga I'm not with for the last year. I don't care about my girl cheating, but she should let me ahead of time. Torizi, shut the fuck up. She tried to hit you with the Uno reverse card. Yeah, so I can shut up. You see that I stunt? She tried to, who you texting? And it wasn't like I didn't trust her. It's more just like, who you texting at damn near midnight? A big ass paragraph. What's your, like, what's going on? She gonna say, well, blah, blah, blah. I don't ask you who you texting. I don't check your DMs. Let me go through your DMs. Man, Miss Moneybags be insecure, tribe. She be trying to check my DMs like I'm talking to bitches. I don't even get DMs from nigga. I don't even get DMs, period. But she want to go through my DMs. You follow all these bitches and I don't know who you be talking to. And you just, if you don't trust me, don't be with me. You know what I mean? I do trust in you have gone through. I went through, don't be in here telling stories. I already told the story when I went through your phone. I already told the story. And you shouldn't have been blacked out drunk. I wouldn't have had to go through your phone. And I also wanted to see your reaction, and you reacted suspiciously. I didn't act suspicious. I had opened my DMs and sat it on my lap. I said, you can look through it once we're done watching our movie. But we're not going to stop watching our movie just so you can scroll through my DMs. My DMs don't got shit or nobody in it. At all. I got supporters, some of the homies. That's it. Ain't no girls in that bitch flirting with me. I can't remember the last time I've been flirted with. Them days are over with. But yeah, she gonna say, let me go through your DMs. Oh, so you don't trust me. My girl got my password to my phone like I don't even know my own password. That's a lie. You have a 2 by your message icon right now. And you know who that 2 is? My mom and Sheridan. Motherfucker. You have two right now. 2. My mom and Sheridan. My homeboy and my mom. Look, where is it at? Close cam. You can't even see it. My best friend and my mom. That's who DMs me, tribe. And she over here talking about, you got a 2 by your icon right now. Look, just try. Miss Moneybags is insecure, tribe. Damn, I didn't know that. We finding out firsthand. Miss Moneybags is insecure. She want to go through my Instagram. She want to question how many notifications I got. Stop it. Nah, Stet got that one. It's just a homie of mom's. Thank you, Rock. That's how it always be, bro. That's my homie we send memes and funny videos back and forth to each other all day, and my mom sends me dog videos. You know what I mean? Crazy. Y'all take this offline. Next subject. We gonna talk about it, but I just wanted to bring it up because I seen this clip. Is it acceptable to go through your significant other's phone? I say no. Unless it's an emergency or unless that person is giving you reason to believe their suspicion. I don't leave the house. I don't talk to nobody. She got my location. She see who called my phone. My call log is her, my homie, and my mom. And who else is in my call log? Nobody fucking calls me. That's all it is, literally. My girl, my homie, my mom. Literally, that's all they call me. I swear to God. That's it. So trust your significant other when they don't give you no reason to not. Glad y'all witnessing it. He hates me now, so the truth is revealed. I don't hate you, baby. I don't hate you. I just had to call it like I see it. And I saw that clip and it reminded me of our conversation, so it made me wonder, like, do y'all go through y'all people's phone? Y'all still didn't tell me in the chat, do y'all go through y'all people's phones if it's out of pocket or not? I'm on whoever is going to protect my wrench, but I'm biased until I find out. Without permission. All right, bet. So we're going to move on to another out-of-pocket topic. Let's check this one out, man. I ain't no holla back girl says I run a strict program. What's the strict program consist of? Rock says, better yet, trust yourself not to stick around with someone who don't trust you. Fuck all that going through phones. Facts. 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 If somebody don't trust you, why are you with them? And if you don't trust somebody, why are they with you? I ain't never went into my girl's phone ever. I don't even care to. How long y'all been together, Torizi? And I also feel like that's not I mean, granted, it's acceptable. It's acceptable technically. Like in all reality, it's acceptable if you should. If you've been together long enough and you know like y'all share pretty much all y'all intimate and private details with each other, it's acceptable. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she went through my phone. I mean, I would be mad because I would feel like she doesn't trust me. But in all reality, it's like not that big of a deal because I'm not hiding anything. But it's also like, why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you're in a relationship long term, you've been there for 5 plus 6, 7 years. Okay, Teresa said 7 years. I've been with my girl for 6 years. When you've been with your significant other faithfully, that nobody has stepped outside of the relationship, and y'all been together, no reason for anybody to believe the other person is up to no good. There is no reason to go through their phones because it's like, what are we searching for? Like, what are you trying to find? Why are you trying to start an argument? What are you digging for? What are you fishing for? But on the other hand, it should be acceptable because there is nothing to hide, right? So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not okay for the invasion of privacy's sake, but it should be acceptable because it's like, I have nothing to hide. So what is it why would I feel some type of way? The only thing that would make me feel some type of way is the fact that you don't trust me. That Death Row rug was fire. Hey, I appreciate you, King Out West. I'm going to bring that up in a minute. I'm trying to get that to SNOOPDOGZ. Respectfully says, I went through my ex phone before and every time I found out some bullshit, so it depends. I agree, but how long was y'all together? I went through my ex's phones when I was barely with them, like in the early stages of the relationship. When it was still like everybody's getting their bearings and trust might be a little shaky. So I went through, but I was young too. I was in my young 20s. You know what I mean? 22, 23, 25. Battling my own insecurities. And also too, the girls at that time had access to a lot of different types of guys of different stature and notoriety. And they was moving around without me differently, and we weren't living together, so things was different. I live with my girl. She goes to work, comes home to me. I go out, I leave, I go to work, I come home to her. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have we got our individual time, but it's not individual time for us to go out and do some fuck shit. But back in the day when I was younger, our individual time, there was plenty of time for both of us to do fuck shit. So that's why I did it then. But now, that ain't even a thought no more. It's crazy because you might not never know who you're really with until you go to their phone. But if it's gotten that far, the trust isn't there and there shouldn't be a relationship. That's why I'm saying, I think that's why that's the early stages of the relationship. When something like that would be a little bit more acceptable. But again, like if something was going on and my girl needed to her phone wasn't by us and she needed to unlock my phone and go on Safari and Google something, or she wanted to get on my phone and I don't know what would be a reason for her to do anything on my phone, to be honest. Like, I mean, I control my Nest thermostats on my phone. Let's say she wanted to control and turn the air on. She wanted to grab my phone and unlock it or whatever. I wouldn't care because there's nothing in here for me to hide. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, it is like people's phones are like they private sanctuary. Like regardless of if there's nothing wrong in there, it's still like an invasion of privacy regardless. 3 years at the time, or 2 years as well, and as well 2G. 3 years at the moment or time, and 2 years in as well 2G. I went through that's how long it was at that time. I prefer she gives me her password without asking. I mean, again, if you feel the need, there's a difference. If you go through the phone and you're searching through all the apps and you're trying to find something. So you're either trying to start an argument or you don't trust her or you don't believe that person. If you got to do that, just have the conversation or find a common ground in the conversation because you don't trust that person. And you better get an understanding quick, fast, in a hurry. Otherwise, that relationship is going downhill. I never had to worry about that with my girl. Past the first, she was in love with me after like the first link, if we keep it in a bean. So I never really had to worry about her stepping out or doing nothing. She might have still been sending a few text messages to niggas or something at the beginning of the relationship. But the first couple months, we was just talking. And she still was all about me. And I knew at that point, when she had the freedom to do something and she wasn't doing nothing, that I had a good one. And then I knew that I could be able to trust her long term. So it's like, all right, I don't even worry about that. 6 years in, if I got to go through her phone, I'm kicking her out. Put it that way. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Your girl like that? See, you got a good one then. Like what though? Like what though? Like what I was saying or like what somebody in chat was saying? All right, I got another out-of-pocket topic before I get out of here. We were approaching 3-hour mark. I told my girl I was only going to do 2 hours tonight. She said, sure. And we ended up going towards 3. So W's for that. Episode 49.
Context matters.
We 75 viewers strong. Make sure y'all get a video a big thumbs up. I don't know where the likes are at right now, but I hope they're approaching 100. We need to get to 100 likes, and we need to run these views up close to 2,000. 33 likes. Oh, no, we got to run that up, gang. We got to run that up. Let's get that shit up. All right, so I got one more out-of-pocket, actually 2 more out-of-pocket topics, but we'll see how fast we can get through them. This one right here is a conversation, again, for our community. If 88 King is in the chat, I'm going to give my opinion on it. I'm going to play it first, and I'm going to give my opinion on it afterwards.
This is him walking off, choosing them over us because he don't want to live in a hotel. Sell out. While my daughter is here sticking by my side with all my stuff out here. And we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle. But for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister, whatever. Keep that same energy. Look at them. They don't care about us. Transmission went out on this car. I have an 8-year-old type 1 diabetic. It's okay.
An 8-year-old type 1 diabetic because look at her size and what she's eating.
Uber is on the way. You see how they don't care? Because she tells him what to do. She tells Steve what to do. He can't even care about me or his granddaughter. He ain't our real dad anyway. So I don't care. This is him walking off, choosing them over us.
All right, so pretty much the backstory on this is, I don't really know, but I just seen off the caption in the video. Son left speechless after his mother went off on him for choosing a stable home over living in a hotel with her. A son is the internet talking after being left speechless, blah, 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 blah. The emotional confrontation quickly went viral with viewers reacting to the difficult family situation and the son's decision to prioritize stability and a better living environment. The clip has sparked a heated debate across social media with many people sympathizing with both sides of the situation, while others said everyone deserves a safe and stable place to call home. Now, I have 2 different takes on this, and they're on opposite sides. But one, why is the mother filming a personal family moment and broadcasting it online that has to deal with her children? putting your business out there. For two, exploiting your children for their decisions and putting your family members into the public eye. Family matters into the public eye is completely out of pocket. Two, if a mother is down bad and struggling, it's not always because of the decisions they make, but a lot of it is the decisions they make. Whether it's the man they decided to have a child with, not being present in the life to be able to pick up the slack and help you out and put you in a good situation. Whether in this situation it is the vehicle broke down, maybe she lost her job, she can't afford the well-being. But to automatically have ill will or hatred towards your son for not wanting to be in the struggle life that you are currently in is really out of pocket for the mother. I feel like a parent should not want their kids to see them struggle. Granted, it happens, and there's not much that a son or a child can do in that situation besides comfort you in your grievance. The son it's not this 10-year-old son or whatever he is not about to make no money for the house to help take care of things. He's another mouth and a body to feed. He doesn't want to be laughed at or subject of jokes and ridicule if somebody finds out that he's homeless or living in a hotel. So to accept your son or to have your son witness or want to be a part of your struggle is kind of fucked up. Now, wanting him to be a part of it is fucked up. Expecting him to be a part of it is fucked up. Or no, I said it wrong. Expecting him to want to be okay with it and be a part of it is fucked up. Him wanting to have a decision or have another place to go, as a mom, you should want your kids to be comfortable while you get your shit together. If you plan on getting your shit together, why do you want to struggle around your children? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's a good means of criticism because your son doesn't want to live in a hotel with you and deal with those ups and downs of life. He doesn't know what it's like to be like that. And another thing too, I feel like, you know, these type of instances, what end up molding children into, it's either good, it ends up being completely good or completely bad. There's no in between. Kids that grow up in these environments with mothers that are struggling to this extent or going through hard times end up struggling in their personal life because they don't see their mom set an example or ability to overcome these circumstances. So it ends up rubbing off on them in a negative light. Or it ends up turning them into a beast and they never want to experience in these situations again. So they end up going and becoming very successful or very educated or whatever it is, and they have the story to tell of the struggle they grew up in. I just think putting your children in these situations, most times out of 10, from my perspective, ends up putting them in a dark hole, and a path that is led for not disaster, but it's set up for them to pretty much struggle and fail. You know, Roland Guy said he's just a kid, mom tripping. Bed bugs and roaches in extended stay. She don't even have transportation. Look at that nice home he can go to. Facts. I'm going with my grandma and grandpa. Mom green as fuck. Let the kids have a stable home. Focus on the money while they are away. Facts. Rock says I'm conflicted. I've been in this situation. It's not easy to make that choice. He shouldn't have been called a sellout, just a damn kid. Facts. Jit finna turn that PS5 on in peace. That's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. I just don't think that the mom should be guilt tripping her son to be a part of the struggle. These are kids. They don't have the mentality to understand, why are we not eating food? Why do we don't have food to eat? Why don't I have internet to play my game? Why am I not got school clothes? You know what I mean? They don't understand these things. So if they have an alternative route to be put in that will allow them to avoid these struggles and avoid seeing, like everybody always says, I'm not a parent, but everybody always says, never let your kids see you down. Never let your kids see you struggle. You know what I mean? And I know there's times when shit will happen in which they will have to witness it. But if you can avoid it, if you can set your kids up for something that keeps them out of danger or keeps them out of a negative lifestyle, you do that. And you don't guilt trip them for doing the same thing, bro. You don't, or for wanting to stay out of those environments. I think it's fucked up. I think the mom should have sent the daughter to the grandparents or whoever it was. And another thing, I don't know why she's going to a hotel and whoever's family member, she must not have a relationship with this family member he's getting dropped off to, because that's a big ass house. She can't stay there until she get her on her feet.
Sell out. While my daughter is here sticking by my side with all my stuff out here, and we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle, but for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister, whatever. Keep that same energy.
And whatever, keep that same energy. That's ignorant, man. That's ignorant. Why do you want your son who can't contribute, is only going to hinder? He's going to need supervision. He's going to need more food you're going to have to spend money on for him. Entertainment, daycare, whatever you got to do to keep your kids entertained. Why do you want your child in a hotel to struggle with you? That's a comfort thing. You're not supposed to just use your kids for comfort. You're supposed to set them up and put them in positions to not struggle, to not feel that pain, to not feel those be without. You know what I'm saying? If the kid got a safe place to be, best thing she can do is work, send money, and eventually get a place. Facts. The daughter stayed because she feel guilty and bad for mom. I feel like she was probably guilt tripped into staying. She's younger than the son. It looks like she's dependent upon the mom. She's probably a mama's girl. You know what I mean? She's supposedly type 1 diabetic is what she's saying. And she's obviously type 1 diabetic because of the way the mom was feeding and raising her. So that's a whole nother issue in itself right there. Moms is feeding these kids bullshit. Baby girl was overweight. To be an 8-year-old girl, you should not be that big. She's got chips in her hand standing outside the house. So I feel like the daughter was guilt tripped into that. It's her mom's place. Damn, she can't even stay with her mom. I was homeless with my moms before, but I made the choice because I didn't want her out there by herself. But she begged me to stay with my grandma, but I chose to be with her until she got back right. See, that's a different situation, Kilo, and I respect that. I respect you doing that. You know what I mean? You don't want your mom out there on your own, but a lot of these kids, he got a spray grounds backpack. He probably carrying a PlayStation. He was spoiled at one point. He don't understand the struggles, or he's never probably had to be a part of it. To the point where, you know what I mean, he got a way out. He's got an opportunity. Go live better. You know what I'm saying? And Visionary Star saying he's selfish. See, but you can't expect a 10-year-old child to have the mindset to be like, oh no, I'm gonna struggle with my mom. You can't expect that. We can't fault a kid. Like, he's a kid. To have the mentality to understand that my mom's going through a tough time. She might need me right now. He don't, that's not a burden that should be put on him to be something that he has to deal with. Now, if he was older, if he was a teenager, you know what I mean? That's different. You 16, 17, you got the means to probably make a little bit of money if you can think of something to do. You know, you're more of a protector role. You're more of a man of the house role. That's a little different. But as a kid, I feel like that's fucked up. Especially in our community, I think we put too much pressure on men or kids in households to be men for the absenteeism of the man that's supposed to be in the house. Whether they got different baby fathers and his dad isn't present or her dad isn't present. We put pressure on young black males to grow up fast and become men of the house and take over responsibilities and help take care of their mom as if like a man is supposed to. I grant it. We're family. We're supposed to stick together. I understand it. But to put that on as a burden and that pressure, it ends up being detrimental, I think, to our youth, our young black boys, that is a role that they're supposed to take on at such a young age. And I think it's detrimental. You hear that story far too often when you hear young black males that grew up in poor neighborhoods or low income situations in which they say they had to be the man of the house early and they had to grow up early and they had to be protective and never show their soft side, always be strong, never be able to cry, never be able to showcase emotion and have to be the strong one for the sake of the mother. That to me is a burden that should not be placed upon our young black youth who already have it tough out here. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said Stet don't like fat people. It got nothing to do with me liking fat people, but if you overweight, you're unhealthy. It has nothing to do with being fat. I have a problem with parents who let their kids get fat. I definitely have a problem with that. Lil Dog says, she is way wrong. That's her son, not her man. Shit, if I was that sister, I'd be right behind my brother. Yes, I agree. She just want to sit in a hotel with the kids, shaking my head, LOL, when they have a grandma with the crib. Makes sense. Facts. That's what I'm saying. And for the mom to be out here guilt tripping the son and to keep her daughter in this, like, and she's like, we out here with all our stuff. You ain't got shit in this
them
car.
over us because he don't want to live in a hotel. So
if I was a kid, I'm going with grandma too.
Wow.
But also, why is grandma not
my
opening
daughter is
a room in this house for them to stay in? Look how this daughter, she should not be this big. So clearly your motherhood, something you're doing as a mother is not proper. Your baby girl at 8 years old should not be type 1 diabetic. You may have diabetes in your family, but you're not born with diabetes. This is earned. You should not be feeding your child the way you feeding your child for this to even happen. If I'm the son, I'm going to grandmom's too. She should be going to grandmom's too.
Here sticking by my side with all.
Sticking by my side, guilt tripping her. You got a Jordan box, all these bags, garbage bags, a vacuum, a broom. What you take? It says almost part of this makes me feel like this is a skit. Besides the way the daughter was acting. But why you just got a random vacuum and a broom?
Here. And we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle, but for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister.
Look at baby girl, big as hell.
Whatever. Keep that same energy.
I'm riding with the family, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm low-key torn. I think it depends on the circumstance. I think it depends on the maturity of the child, of whether or not it even makes sense for the kid to stay put with the mom. Does it even make sense for the kid to stay? Like, what value is he going to bring? He's just another mouth to feed and somebody to care for. If he has a safe place to go, let him go and don't judge him for so. And why are you recording it? The mom probably a hot girl and the family don't want her problems but love the kid. Listen to what she says about her mom's husband. She taking his side, not my dad. Yep. A little bit of bitter baby mama-ness. That could be the baby's father's house too. That may not be her mom's side. That may be the father's mom's house, or the father, his grandmother on his father's side, or it might be his dad's house, saying he chose them instead of me. Look, man, you can't guilt trip your little son to not want to be out and struggle with you. Again, it robs him of them childhood. I seen somebody say that in the chat. Childhood stolen. You know what I mean? You got to let kids be kids as much as you can. Protect them. You protect them from everything else. Why don't you want to protect them from that struggle? You know what I mean? Why would you not want to protect them from that struggle? That's just my take on it. All right, last topic. We're going to get out of here. Shout out to the tribe. 66 people still tapped in tonight. 3 hours on Context Matters, episode 49. I want y'all to listen to this real quick and give me your feedback on this situation. This will be a quick topic. It won't be too long. We'll be out of here shortly. Rock with me, tribe. So, King Yella. I don't know this individual as a rapper, but I guess he's a rapper. I don't really even understand why I know who King Yella is. I know he's from Chicago, so maybe I know him because he's close to home. I don't know. I don't know why I know who King Yella is, but I do. And lately he's been going viral because he made a video saying that he was broke. He was broke. Let me see if I can find that real quick. And I want to know y'all take on this. I love getting my tribe's take on a lot of these topics, just to see how y'all feeling, how y'all was raised, what y'all opinion on things is. Let me see if I can find this. me see if I can find this shit. Anyway, King Yella has had these situations where he's saying he is now broke, and has lost everything. He blames drugs. He blames gambling, X, Y, and Z as the reason why he has gone broke. I don't know what he actually did for income to begin with. But pretty much he's saying he's gone broke. He's lost all his money. I even seen Adam 22 say something about it, trolling him. But in this business in which you create a name for yourself with a little bit of fame. Well, actually, let me play this clip. Real quick.
A job. I'm a known face. What I look like working a 9 to 5 game. King Yellow. That ain't me. I'm gonna figure it out in my lifestyle that I do and get it back. But ain't nothing wrong with driving trucks. Ain't nothing wrong with working. It's just something wrong for me to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, for each his own. They say get money. They ain't say how to get money. You know what I'm saying? As long as you getting some paper. You know what I'm saying? I've been down before. But in my lifestyle and the life that I live, I'll be back to getting money the way that I get money. I would not be going to drive trucks, whack 100 Adam. The fuck? I would not be working at Walmart. I will not be working in Amazon. Like, I'm just down at the moment. That don't mean I don't have anything wrong with working a job. I'm just not working a job. I'm a known face. What I look like working a 9 to 5 game.
All right, I got an issue with this, man. This is nothing but pride. I'll leave this up for a second. This is nothing but pride and ego getting in the way of survival. Right? I understand it. You know what I mean? I've even been in this situation where you got a little bit of notoriety. Couple people may know who you are. So you have the pride and ego of like, I don't want to go lower myself down from where you currently were. In all reality, it's not lowering yourself because 99% of society actually works a job. So it's not lowering yourself down to any standard as far as like being better than. But when you have reached a certain height, I could just imagine a lot of these celebrities and people who are, got their 15 minutes of fame and are making a lot of money, end up going broke and don't have no source of income, have to dumb themselves down from where they believe they are of stature and go get a job. But I disagree with this, man. I think when you got responsibilities and people that depend on you, there should not be enough pride and ego in the way that you are too big or holier than thou that you can't go get a job. Now, there's different levels of jobs. You can try to find a job in which you don't work around a lot of people, or you're not open to the public where random people can come in and see you. Or you can try to start your own business. You can, work in an office, in a cubicle. You can find something in which you're not being seen to where you feel like somebody will judge you for working, which is a problem in itself. I don't think in society we should be judging people for working. I just think it's the dumbest thing, bro. I can understand being at a place of stature and a place of notoriety in which you feel like, damn, it's not a good look. I can understand the feeling of that. But at the end of the day, who cares what these people think? That's people who care too much about what the other people think. If you let that get in the way of your survival, that's bad. You know what I mean? It's even to the point where your money slows up and you got to find a hustle or a job. Shit, I was doing that this summer. I'm never going to let my pride and ego get in the way of the ability to survive. Granted, money is not everything, but it is survival. You need it to survive. So if you're in a position of notoriety and your ego is so big that you can't go get a job, that's a problem. Now, if you just taking care of yourself and you want that to weigh on you, then by all means, so be it. But if you got responsibilities and pets and kids and significant others that you need to take care of, and you think you too good to get a job and say what I look like working a 9 to 5, you pretty much just shit on everybody in the world. You shit on 90% of society who works a day job. It's not necessarily a 9 to 5. It could be a third shift. It could be a 5 to 9. It could be a, you know what I mean? It could be a part-time. It can be whatever. But you pretty much are out here shitting on people, King Yella, of that work regular jobs to make ends meet. And it's to the point now where even regular jobs don't even make ends meet. But I respect the people who get out there and hustle for any means, by any means necessary for their means of survival. And King Yella, you not that famous to where people, the only reason you'd even be spotted is because you got a face full of tattoos. If you would move to a random city and got a job, nobody's even going to know who you are and nobody's going to care. If one person notices you, I doubt they're going to film you and say, ha, 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 King Yella's working at 7-Eleven in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's not going to happen, bro. So get off your high horse. Anybody who's on their high horse that thinks that they're too big, if the reason why you don't want to work a job is because you think you're better than a job, that's a problem. That's a problem. On his Instagram, the first thing he pinned is him and the Cardi B talking about he had her first, like that's getting him money. Dude's son in jail, he can't even bail him out. Damn. Night shift is the best for real if you're not trying to be seen. But Lil Remains, what is the point? What is the matter of being seen? You think I'm gonna respect somebody who works a job laughing at me for working a job? Like, what sense does that make? You have a job yourself. You're employed by a company. Not everybody is entrepreneurs. Not everybody owns their own business. Not everybody is rich and millionaires who can just make income staying in the crib. Not everybody can do that. You got to have some type of side hustle in which you are working to make money. So you think I'm going to take offense to somebody who works a job just like me that's going to laugh on the internet about me working a job? That don't even sound logical. You think I'm going to take offense, King Yella? You think you should take offense to somebody who's working a job? I'm not going to go drive trucks. What the fuck I look like? I'm not finna go work at Walmart. Like, nigga, you ain't got no money. You on the internet telling people your business, talking about you ain't got no money, but you too good to go get a job. That shit is crazy to me. I Stunt says, I work 10-hour shifts overnight at Amazon, $1,300 a week. I'm chilling. Good shit, I Stunt. Put me on. Put me on. If I didn't want to be at home with my dogs damn near all day, every day, I'll be going to work 10-hour shifts in Amazon, making $1,300 a week. I don't get why people think everybody out here is just rich. I think Instagram and this YouTube life has got people thinking they rich and they don't need to make income. Or it's not okay to have a side hustle. Like, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. I'll be damned if I let somebody who works a job laugh at me for working a job. Perception is everything. I can understand that, but somebody else's perception of you should not dictate your value or should not dictate how you feel. I would be like, yup, you sure right. I'm working and I'm making X, Y, and Z dollars. I'm paying my bills. I'm surviving. I'm happy. Nigga, I got a roof over my head. I got an automobile. My kids are fed and taken care of. I just took a trip last month. You damn right I'm working a job. It's the pride and ego for me. Like, I'm okay with people having ego and pride in certain things in life. But when it comes to survival, I've never, even though I don't want to go work a job, I've never been too prideful to say I'm embarrassed to work a job. If you got different reasons, like you don't want to be away from your kids, or you don't want to be away from your dogs, or you don't want to be away from, this, and this, and you got other means to hustle and make it happen, and by all means make it happen. But I'm never going to downplay somebody who puts in the time to go hustle. If you going to go hustle, you got kudos to me. A hustler does not mean you have to be doing something illegal. A hustler is somebody who's willing to go get it by any means necessary, who figures out a way when there's no ways that's visible, who does anything that they can to generate income for their survival. That's a hustler. So for somebody like King Yella to pride himself on street culture and being a hustler, what's wrong with you working a job? Work your job until you figure out your other means of income. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about King Yella working a job. Go work somewhere where you don't see people on a day-to-day basis. You shouldn't have got all them dumbass tattoos all over your face where people can identify you easily. You'd have been looked at like another little Down syndrome looking light-skinned nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna go drive trucks. Nigga, CDL workers make 6 figures a year easy. I won't understand that. I don't get the egotistical sentiments that some of these people have. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna have it forever. You're not gonna have it forever, especially some of these people who are not mega superstars or in the entertainment industry. You just a nigga who went viral for something, and you got to try to hold on to your virality and find out where you gonna make your dollar. I couldn't imagine living that life. I couldn't imagine living my life like a King Yella, somebody who's not known for nothing. You don't have a music catalog. You're not an actor. You're not a known figure in sports. You don't have anything that generates an income for the remainder of your life. So you're going to have ups and downs, and you're going to fall off at some point to where you got to survive. So you mean to tell me you just going to go broke and go homeless and be doped out? What you going to do, my nigga? You gotta have some type of moral compass that steers you in the direction of understanding how life works, bro. It's not going to be like that for everybody. Not everybody can be a business owner. I owned a business and it failed. You know what I mean? I had good months, I had bad months, and I ended up letting it go because it wasn't the end all be all, and I had to go back to figuring out a next hustle. I was making rugs, making, thousands of dollars a month to not selling no rugs for a month here, a month there. You got to find a way to make up the money. You got to find a way to hustle and find an income. Thank God I got my girlfriend. When in my down months, she's able to support and hold down the fort to some extent. But for the most part, I'm the one that's holding down shit and figuring things out, handling all the bills, all the finances. And I'm never going to be too prideful to not be able to generate some type of income for my family. And I'm going to leave it at that. You're out of pocket, King Yella. You're out of pocket if you feel like you'd rather get on the internet and cry. You literally cried on the internet about your son being locked up, and I'm guaranteed a lot of that tears was your current situation in life. It wasn't just that situation. So money, I seen Lil Duval tweet something. He says, "You're not depressed, you just broke." Take it with a grain of salt. A lot of people have mental health issues and are depressed and have issues, but money does change a lot of those things. It's not the end all be all. It's not the fix, but it will fix a lot of your unhappiness to allow you to focus on being a better individual and getting your mind together when you have money that comes in that will sustain you to get through those dark times. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to leave out on dropping a gem and calling King Yella out of pocket. Miss Moneybags, I don't even know what made you think to type that. They don't call me Miss Moneybags for nothing. Stop lying in the chat. You Miss Moneybags because of daddy. You know what I'm saying? You Miss Moneybags because of daddy. Now shut your ass up down there and better have my cupcakes ready when I come. You feel me? But all right, tribe, I'm going to get up out of here. I stayed a little bit longer than I wanted to tonight, but I enjoyed myself, man. This was a regular edition of Context Matters, how it used to be. No drama, no talking about YouTube streets and who's over here talking about this person and that person. No jumper, FMWWE talk. We had a good night. Random topics, random opinions, random feedback, and I appreciate everybody who took the time to tune in. Shout out to Rock. I appreciate you, my boy. Lil Remains, Visionary Star, Stuck in My Ways. 7, of course. I appreciate you, love. King of Out West, Sion Baptiza. This nigga said I need a pet snake. I just seen that. That's crazy. I Stunt, Lil Dog, PvP Kilo, Rolling Guy, Respectfully, Visionary Star. I ain't no holla back, girl. Everybody who popped in the chat. Shout out to the 2 super chats I got tonight from Toe Reezy And who's the other super chat I got from? Damn, I forgot my nigga name. He the one who super chat all the time. Forgive me, bro. I'm tripping. I didn't forgot this nigga goddamn name. I'm terrible. Stat, check your DM. I sent you one. I checked when you said that and I didn't see it. Did you hit what page did you hit? What page did you hit? Yeah, my mom texted me. I forgot. But yeah, shout out to everybody, man. This is Context Matters episode 49. I thoroughly enjoyed myself tonight. I hope y'all did a good little therapy session, a good little vent. Make sure y'all run this stream up. Go back and click it again just because. Let the video play. Go back, drop a comment. I always be getting on y'all about coming back, leaving comments. Some of my videos be having 1-2 comments with 2,000 views. We need to get them comments up too, so push us in this algorithm. Come back, drop some emojis, leave your opinion on one of the conversations that we had in the chat. If you're watching this back on the rerun, I appreciate you doing so. I'm going to get my ass up out of here tonight. I had fun. I enjoyed myself, and it was nothing without y'all. Context Matters episode 49. Y'all know what's next. Context Matters episode 50 is on the horizon, man. A milestone mark for your boy. I'm excited for it, so make sure y'all tune in next Sunday. I'm trying to get some shit together this week for some special guests to pop in and out, have some conversation with your boy, be a part of the dialogue, opening up the Discord. Yeah, man, we gonna have a good time, man. I appreciate y'all. Context Matters is nothing without y'all. It is much appreciated, your presence. Make sure it's known. Come back, drop a comment, like the stream, hype the stream when it's done. All that good shit. I love y'all to death. Your boy Stetsen signing out. I'm tired. I had fun. And fuck Scotty. Holla, try. We gone.